Woo! Come on, baby, baby.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to LWO episode 114. Once again, I'm here by myself. Where everyone else is, who knows? But I guess that's what I get for missing so many shows. So with that, since no one else is here to tell me, let me know if my audio's messed up, if the video's coming out messed up. And yeah, we're just going to roll with it until we get some folks jumping in here. So happy Friday, y'all. We got the legend Bob Dylan in the house. TGIF with pretty spot on emojis right there. Normally I would say a little sus, but perfect for LWO. So Bob, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in here. We got the legend KG in the house. What's going on, KG? Let the games begin. Another legend, S Beam in the house. LWO S Beam. Thanks for joining, bro. My buddy Keith Lee. What's up, Marco? Where's the wife? You know, ever since she became an attorney, her time was already pretty limited. These days, she's still working. So she's working, trying to save the world. So yeah, one of these days we'll do another stream. But yeah, time is definitely not on our side these days. Keith, thanks for stopping in here. We got Sixth Scale Salvo, excuse me. What's up, Marco? Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Good to see you. I think last time I was on LWO, you joined us. So yeah, great to see you as well. SB is saying your sound is good. Okay, good. Appreciate that, bro. KG saying you're good. Okay. We got the talented Renz Tolentino in the house. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Renz, thanks so much for joining, bro. Keith is saying, anybody get anything cool this week? I got Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Great figure. Keith, I think appreciate the assist right there. I think that's a great topic. Yeah, what has everyone gotten in recently? Because I know we're right before Chinese New Year or the Lunar New Year. And so I think a bunch of stuff is kind of being, rushed out. And yeah, so for me personally, I know I've got Supergirl on the way. And she might get here tomorrow. And is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Look what we got here. We got Calvin, the LoKey collector. Calvin, what's going on?
My man, how you doing today?
Good, man. I'm doing great. So your boy Luca's not making his premiere tomorrow, I guess.
No, they said Monday. We good. I got a 40-year-old still driving 40 dimes, so
It's true.
we'll be all right. I keep hearing LeBum this, LeBum that, and I'm like, I'd like to see any of you motherfuckers score 2 points in the NBA game, let alone 40,000 plus. But hey, what do I know?
We have a friend that thinks he could score 10 points in an NBA game.
And yeah, but no one else on the court.
Yeah, I was like, there's no chance. You couldn't score 10 points in a high school basketball game, let alone...
Bro, I went, my brother and my nephew invited me to a high school game the other day. I saw a kid doing some shit, and I was like, and my brother called it. He was like, bro, wait till you see this kid. Everything he does is effortless. It's like it just nonchalant. He's like, he'll drop a smooth 35 and won't even break a sweat. And when I saw this dude take off from the free throw line for an alley-oop,
damn,
bro, I gotta look this dude's name up. But yeah, there's some nice ass athletes out there. So that's what I'm saying. For laymen to be talking the shit that they talk.
That's true.
And this is a high school game, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, damn. So,
you know what they got to bring back? They got to bring back pros versus Joes. I feel like in the Twitter era, take someone's tweet and be like, all right, if you think you can do it, Let's see you get out there.
Yeah, when you put people to the fire, they back off real quick.
That's
Everybody's a keyboard warrior when it's behind scenes.
Yep.
Call their ass out. It's a whole different story.
You know, speaking of hoops, Calvin and I recently we went to a game and we met one of the goats. So yeah, pretty awesome experience meeting our girl Taylor Rooks.
I'm so jealous of this man. Y'all don't understand. He hit me yesterday. He's like, "Oh, I see you already liked your picture." I said, "Bro, if you ever see something that I miss, feel free to send it to me any and every time you can." Taylor is so fine.
Unbelievable. The goat. That's why she's the goat, you know. But bro, when you sent me this picture, I was dying. It's still
I don't even remember who did this for me, but I was like, "Hey, I was there in spirit."
That's right, man. with the Lakers logo as well. So
As it should be. Maybe we should put Collector Joey in there with us now since he's an official Laker fan.
Oh, is he a Lakers? Oh, because his boy Luca.
Oh, he said he's coming over. So I was like, "Hey, open arms, bro. Bro, I ain't mad at you. Come on in."
It's pretty gross, but no.
Yo.
Like, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, you're welcome as well.
You know, I used to watch Lakers a lot more than Kings when they had Shaq and Kobe, right? With young Kobe and Shaq before the Kings were, you know, any good at all. And I wouldn't say that I was a Lakers fan, but I would watch them more often, especially, you know, liking Shaq's game since I was a center back then. But yeah, never again, man. We've been through too much.
Can I tell you, I was really enjoying Max Christie and the play he was bringing to the court, right? Not realizing who his father was, Doug Christie,
Is that
aka
Doug's boy? Okay.
Yes, aka ex Sacramento King, aka Mr. Rick Fox in the tunnel. So we got hate for that man. It goes way back to the early 2000s. So when I found out that was his son, I said, "Oh yeah, he can go." Sorry,
yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
We're sorry to see you go, bro, but handle it.
Who?
It was his time. What's going on?
It's basketball talk. You won't know. Don't worry about it.
But I may know. Like if it's an older player, I may know. Who
it's
talking
not.
about?
Okay, Doug Christie.
I remember Doug Christie.
See, well, we're talking about his son that just got traded from the Lakers.
Oh, I didn't know he had a son.
He's got two of them. Who's the other son on? His other son's on. They're twins, right? If I remember correctly. He has another son that's in the league as well. I believe they're twins.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas?
No, there's another Christie twin out there.
Man,
just so P-Rock and I just got off of a show, and he felt the need to hold his bladder. So P-Rock, at any given time that you feel the need to go relieve yourself, please do so. I don't want you.
Oh,
oh man.
Hey, I got no shame.
Any issues?
Well,
I have no
salute,
shame.
bro.
Salute,
Sorry,
guys.
I'm not
Salute.
drinking
Everyone in the
with you,
chat.
but yeah, I'm saving up my juice. It's going to be a long weekend, Super Bowl weekend. So I was going to crack some bourbon, but I was like, you know, maybe I take a day off.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm late. We're here. Let's do this.
Right on time. Let's do it. So let me catch up with the chat, and then we're going to come back to Keith Lee's question here because, yeah, really good question in terms of what everyone's gotten in. We got Clinton Martin in the house. Howdy, folks. Hey, Clinton. Thanks for joining us. We got P-Rock saying he was on his way. We got Tim Harvey. Good Friday to you. Hey, Tim Harvey. Thanks so much for joining. Keith was saying he spies the Nathan Drake. Yeah, just got that Uncharted Nathan Drake. Bro, Lim Toys. I don't know if you guys, either of you have anything from Lim Toys, but we're going to talk about it later.
I don't, but just for the love of that game or that series of games, I remember not knowing anything about it. I was given the second one first. Game starts with you hanging off the side of a train track. A train over the cliff. I was hooked in the moment and never looked back.
So good, bro. Just some of the best games.
I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I played the first one. The first one was pretty good. The shooting could have been improved, which was improved in the second one. The second one was pretty good. But I'm one of those type of players where I live in the real world. This guy, Nathan Drake is not really a real world because that guy can never die. Like, he goes through so many explosions, so many things falling on top of him. And he doesn't even get, like, he gets a few cuts and bruises, but he doesn't die or whatnot. But I'm more of a gamer where like I like to go away from the real world. I like fantasy stuff. When it comes to like the real world, it's like Nathan Drake, Tomb Raider, Call of Duty type stuff. Like I don't know. I don't really like that stuff too much.
Okay, fair. I feel like Uncharted's nice because it kind of starts off grounded and then gets a little crazy. But we're gonna get into video game talk in just a bit, so I think hold that topic. But look what we got here. We got Mario. What's going on, Mario? How you doing, bro?
Hanging in there, man. How you guys doing? Happy Friday.
Oh man, you sound rough, bro. You just got healthy. You just get.
I know, bro. I got sick like last Friday, man, and I don't know what the hell it was. I just been like fatigued. But today, my I don't know, my throat's been bad all week though. But I don't have any crazy symptoms though, other than fatigue. It's been weird. So
damn,
but,
man. Sorry to hear, bro.
That's all good, man. I'll get over it just slowly, like last time. But I'm sure I'll get over it.
We gotta get you with the mask every time you go out now, man.
For reals, man. Yeah, seriously, man.
You have like Darth Vader, but
I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, but you can get some over the counter. It's called echinacea and colloidal silver. It just comes in a droplet, and you put it underneath your tongue. That will knock some shit out for you. So colloidal silver and echinacea. Those are two vitamins that have always worked for me over the years.
Okay, all right, yeah, man. So when it comes to some of this shit, I'm just like, I usually just deal with it when I'm sick, I just try to muscle through it. I'm like the typical freaking, how do you call?
Mexican?
Stubborn Mexican, exactly. I'm like, I don't see no doctor.
Just take a 7-Up.
I know, right?
yeah, I ain't bleeding. I don't need no doctor.
I ain't got time to be sick. I gotta get it, so I gotta keep it going.
Oh man, well let me catch up with the chat really quick, and then we'll see how everyone's doing right now. So let's see. S-Beam saying Artisan Joker just arrived yesterday. Awesome, congratulations. Very jealous of that one, but yeah, I haven't gotten around to trying to secure one of those. Go ahead, Calvin.
I was just like, how many Jokers are you really gonna have at the end of the day?
I kind of want all the Jokers. I mean, not J&D, but anything short of that, I kind of want them all. But yeah,
okay.
I got to
That's a nice goal to shoot for.
Yeah.
You know what? I believe I saw him in the chat. I don't know if Clinton still has his, but Clinton had one for sale.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
I believe Fresh and still sealed in the box. So link that up.
Clinton,
Look at Bob Dylan's comment.
Just in case Gigi's watching, definitely don't message me about that. Okay, Clinton, do not DM me about that. All right, let's see. Let's catch up to. We got Big Rib in the house. What's up to my second favorite fellow Latino? Hey, what's going on, Big Rib? Appreciate you.
Who's your first? That's all.
Yeah.
Who's the first?
I think I might know. We got Nerdist Maximus in the house. Beautiful display. I just got the 1/3 J&D Superman. Batman 89, Batman Begins, Joker Imposter, in art, Harry and Ron. All right. Yeah, that's unloading the clip right there.
I'm scared to be your pocket right now, sir.
Yeah.
Damn.
Congrats.
You must be single. You're not married or girlfriend. You must be single.
Oh, man. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Let's see. KG saying he got Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Mine just shipped out today. Fucking Sideshow. I paid for that like 4 days ago, and they just got it out today. I'm like, why y'all holding on to my shit?
Damn.
I called them too because I was like, I'm used to getting things next day. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but you guys are slacking. Oh, well, we've been under, short staff. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
They were trying to figure out if they can charge you a little extra. They're like, oh, tariffs. Maybe we're going to tack on a little.
Or they're still playing Fire Victim or something.
Yeah, maybe that.
So, hey, speaking of Sideshow, man, so the Range Trooper got shipped out, right? I had ordered 2 of them, right? I've got one on my regular account, had one on my second account. And first one showed up, no problem. Cool, got it in. The second one, I get a notice from UPS, right? And they say, yeah, it's delivered. And the photo they showed me is a completely different house. I was like, "What?"
Oh, no,
that's happened to me before. I hate that shit.
So what do you do though, bro?
The first thing I did was I reached out to the post office because if you reach out to Sideshow or whoever you order from, they're gonna tell you reach out to the post office first. But hey, look, this is not my house.
Yeah.
See what they say, and then from there go to the Sideshow.
Yeah, because I have my second account tied to my parents' house, right? So I'm actually on the way over there to pick it up. I'm just at a quick stop real quick and then head over there to see if Maybe the driver realized the error of his way, or maybe there's a good Samaritan neighbor that went ahead and dropped it off at the right address. But, ugh.
Did you check
I'm not-
eBay yet?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there, dude.
Well, I hope you get it back, man. But yeah,
We'll
I'm
see,
sure that
man.
I'm sure they'll make it right for you one way or the other.
Well,
But
the problem is that this is my second account. If you
Yeah.
guys don't know, you're not supposed to have a second account. So,
Okay.
You're not supposed to?
no,
I didn't know that. I have two accounts.
I don't even know what this man's talking about right now. I ain't saying shit.
Oh,
Right?
shit.
I would
I know
never
that.
incriminate myself. No,
Yeah,
don't know what you're
exactly.
talking about.
got that snitch
well, from-
energy right there.
Well, basically, from what I heard,
I
this is
know
all
that.
this is all based off of somebody I know, not me personally. So, Sideshow, if you guys are watching, it's somebody I know.
That's your dad's account, right? He's in a separate household,
Yeah,
different credit
I
cards.
It
think
wasn't
so,
me.
Probably. So,
Oh man, well let us know. Let us know if you secure the package and if there's a surprise there with a second
Sure.
one when you get there. Let's see. Let me keep catching up with the chat. We got Equan in the house. Uh-oh, hearing a little bit of it. All right, we're good. I just want to thank Dallas for gifting us Luca. Perks of being a Lakers fan. Someone was like, "That's why Lakers fans are always on Twitter, throwing out the most ludicrous trade requests."
Because this shit will happen.
Apparently, man.
This is revenge for the whole Chris Paul thing. When Chris Paul was supposed to get traded to the Lakers, but then they blocked that shit. This is like
not-
revenge for that.
Can I touch on this real quick? So
Go ahead.
remember, it was the 3-team trade. Utah Jazz. If you guys don't know who runs the Utah Jazz, it's Danny Ainge, ex-Boston Celtic, right? They told him nothing about the back end of the other side of the trade because he didn't have to deal with Dallas. So we just sent him a player and 2 picks, which created cap space in a roster spot for us. And he's like, "Oh, a couple picks? Cool. Appreciate that." Only for him to get the ticker 10 minutes later to talk about Luka to the Lakers. He was like, "What the fuck?"
that was some shit, dude.
Yeah, they fleeced him.
I'm like, "Hey, appreciate that help, Celtic."
The whole thing doesn't sit well with me, especially with Fox getting traded. But
Well, Danny Ainge, he was with Phoenix too, wasn't he? Or was he always in Boston?
He was in Phoenix as well, but I mean, once you're a Boston Celtics, it goes against the
That's
Lakers.
it.
That hate's always there.
Yeah,
Shit,
true that.
Larry and Magic still want to go at each other right now, and they're friends.
Yeah.
that's an old feud right there. Oh man! All right, so let's let me catch up with the chat here. We got Larry Walker in the house. What up, fellas? Hey, Larry Walker,
Well,
thanks for
Larry.
joining.
What up, Larry?
We got Christopher Lee, Taylor Superfine. I would give her my check and Hot Toys collection.
Bro, I don't see what people see. She's fine. She has a mullet. I don't think she's sexy at all. She's like a redneck chick. I don't know, maybe like redneck
Taylor
chicks.
Swift.
If you ever disrespect a woman again, P-Rock, we got problems, bro.
Taylor
Come on
Swift? You
now,
like Taylor
don't do that.
Swift? You like her?
That's not the you rock.
Oh, all right, my bad. I thought it was Taylor Swift. All
You talking about the
Oh,
wrong
right,
Taylor.
my bad. I thought it was
Yeah,
Taylor Swift here.
you know I'm a Cheeks man. Come on now, that woman got
I was
back to
wondering
back.
who that
Stop
was.
it.
Because I was like, Taylor Swift got no cheeks, yo. She got cheeks in her face because she always smiling and shit. But that's about it.
Taylor Rooks is the GOAT. She's got it all. But hey, Chris, thanks so much for joining us.
Alabama.
Let's see. Boy. Let's see. Ren's is saying, I got nothing. Some weeks you kind of need to get nothing, right? Some months you kind of need to get nothing. So
Did you guys see what Renz did to me? Did you see the
Renz
video
did?
he did for me? This
I
fool
didn't.
this fool played Boys to Men over my deep voice with me
You know where
and
you got
the
that from, right? I think did I send you guys that reel about this dude? I think it's his kid. Is like 16 years old, has like a deep ass voice like that, and he started dubbing "End of the Road" whenever he would talk.
I have not seen this all.
It was hilarious though. He got me on that one.
That's
I
just
got to go
funny.
check this out. That's awesome. Hey, Renz, thanks so much for joining. Let's see. KG saying Golden State Warriors all day. Okay, KG is banned now from.
Yeah,
everything.
you're no longer cool, bro. Sorry.
That's right.
You know, that album more.
Give Jimmy Butler his 2 years, and he's gonna be throwing a tantrum trying to leave from you guys too.
It's true, man. He's got to look in the mirror and realize he's the problem. Larry Walker saying, I'm getting the Batman Armory tomorrow. Hey, let me know how you like that. I cannot
nice.
wait for that one.
Nice.
We got Winman42. Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Hey, thanks so much for
Big
joining.
bro.
man?
What's up, man?
Let's see. He's saying, I got Clone Wars Ahsoka and Supergirl delivered today. Oh, awesome.
Ooh, bro.
Okay. Heck
Bro,
yeah.
I need those Supergirl pictures, bro. It's in that. Mine's in route.
We got Commander Green in the house. Happy Friday, everyone. Hey, Commander Green, thanks for
Big
joining.
bro.
We got
Hello.
Sunnyvale Rest. I said that really weird, but howdy, folks. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Let's see. Keith Lee's asking Mario, did you get the do back?
Yeah, I've got it on order. Put a bunch of points towards it, but shit, it's gonna be at a bad time right now, man. So I gotta push them payments back, man. So I'll get it in like 6 months or whatever.
Is it in stock currently or no? It's not in stock.
Nah,
It's still a
nah.
wait list.
I usually wait for the email, but the problem is that I don't check my emails lately, and I got bamboozled with two of the range troopers. So like, well. So yeah, I should stay on top of my emails.
Yeah,
So,
you've been sick for 6 months straight. No wonder.
Right.
Damn, man. But yeah. Well, awesome. The do back's going to be an incredible piece. So
Yeah, it's
I want
gorgeous,
that.
man.
I still want that.
You know what's
got-
kind of what I was
ahead,
watching? I was watching A New Hope earlier today, right? And I noticed one thing that's starting to bother me is that the trooper on that dewback is supposed to have a black pauldron and not a white pauldron.
Yeah, yep.
P-Rock. I was like,
Padalon.
Padalon. I was like, what the hell? You know. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Maybe I'll just put the dewback in the box and just get the trooper up. I don't know. But I can't do that because then I'm fucking.
Sell me the do
No,
back
they
then. If
don't
you're gonna do
do
that
it.
shit, sell that shit to me. I'll take that do. That's a Godzilla right there.
Man, nah. They sell the trooper by itself, man. But I ended up getting the damn dewback in the set too. So I wanna support the creatures back because I want a fucking tauntaun. You know, I want a
Yeah,
tauntaun,
we're
bro.
gonna-
So yeah, man, I want to support that. Especially it's a new hope, dude. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to get
Gotta
that
get that.
Tauntaun eventually, man. Eventually,
so,
for
bro.
sure. Let's see. We got Mike Latoris in the house. What's going on? Thanks for
What's up,
joining. No, I think this is the comment.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan saying, Colonial Silver is that a vampire virus? Incredible.
Are you a daywalker now?
Let's see. Clinton Martin saying, I got AE
Artisan
Joker.
Joker.
For sale. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Marco, did you get that one?
Don't. That's the one that I missed out on. So I had pre-ordered it actually. So like when it dropped, it was a super easy order, but then I was like over $600. Like I'm good.
Yeah,
It
man.
came out so nice though. So we'll let's definitely not talk about it. Let's see. This is for you, Mario. Oh, are you driving right now?
No, I'm parked.
Okay. You want to read that one?
No, I'm sick.
Konbawa.
Come on.
There we go. All right. Big Rip saying LoKey is my first favorite Latino. Okay.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
Good to know.
I'm bigger than the average, but I'll take it.
Jose Más o menos.
hey, what's
We
up,
got
man?
Jose
Yo,
Plus in the house.
My dude, what's up, man?
when y'all, if y'all get a chance, man, first of all, check out the show Más o menos, man. That show's dope. I caught up finally from last week. That show was fun, dude. And yeah, my pick went to Mike all day, dude, or Thrawn's office or whatever his damn name is these days.
Yeah.
You know. So
No,
I mean,
man.
they both had great pitches, man. But I mean, I think in practicality, I think Mike came through with that Cara Dune. That was more enticing than whoever that wrestling dude was for that Nick had picked. But yeah, that's a fun show, man. I really like it.
We got to get everyone on there. But yeah,
Hell
Jose's
yeah,
been
dude.
crushing it, honestly. So thanks for the plug. Definitely go check out Más o menos episode 1 and 2. They're on my channel right now, but eventually this is going to be on Jose's channel on the Jose Plus network. So go check it out. Give it a like. Really fun show, and Jose and all the guests that we've had like really up the production values. So yeah, we had a good time with that so far. So check it out on my channel, soon to be on Jose's. Hey, thanks for joining us, Jose. Let's see.
Jose.
Bob Dylan saying,
She got
got
the
the
Alabama
Alabama
cousin energy.
cousin energy,
That's
that-
Taylor Swift shit.
T Swift. All right,
Taylor
let's
Swift.
see.
Dude, she's like a freaking white girl with a mullet and red lipstick.
That's why you said mullet. I said I know he's not talking about Taylor Rooks. She ain't got no goddamn mullet.
No, Taylor Swift.
What up, Ty?
Ty, what's going on? Marco, where you been? I've been here, man. Where have you been? Honestly, but no, you know me,
wow.
No.
bro. You know me, man. You know the meme, like accidentally became important at work, and it's ruining my life. Like they're making me work, man. They're putting my ass to work. So not a fan. Not a fan. Let's see. Jose saying, thank you, fellas. I appreciate you guys plugging the show. Always,
Yeah, man.
Jose.
Do your thing, bro.
All right, so with that, let's talk a little bit of Super Bowl if you guys want to. I want to know what's everyone's plan for the Super Bowl, number one, and then what are the must-have?
Yeah, he's always sleeping. Always sleep.
Man, what are the must-have like snack items, food items? I don't know why this is so small. So let's shift to this right here. Let's go to that. So what's everyone doing for the Super Bowl? Is this like all right, I'm gonna do something else while everyone's glued to the TV? Are you sitting down and watching something? What's the game plan?
So normally I host like because the Super Bowl falls the same week. My birthday is tomorrow, so
Your
it
birthday's
falls
tomorrow.
Yeah, so February 8th is my birthday, so it
Happy
falls.
early birthday, P-Rock.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So usually it falls within the weekend of the Super Bowl. So I usually have like a birthday / Super Bowl party going on at my house. But normally gotta have pizza. Pizza is one thing you gotta have for the Super Bowl. Wings,
With ranch?
chips, at least chips, some dip, maybe some meatball grinders.
What the hell is a meatball grinder?
like a
Like
meatball
a
sub?
sandwich. Like
Yeah. You put the meatballs with the sauce in it. You put the mozzarella cheese on top of it, and let it melt in and everything like that. So you put some green peppers in there, maybe some mushrooms. So you normally have that for that's what we normally have for the Super Bowl. Like, so dip, chips, wings, meatball grinders, some pizza. You gotta have pizza, man. And that's really about it. And then obviously liquor. You gotta have some liquor. And then if it's legal in your state, weed, you gotta have some weed, man. so definitely weed, liquor, food, and you're good to go, man. That's it. And then not only that, like, but one thing I don't know about you guys, man, but one thing that does annoy me about hosting Super Bowl is the fact that normally you have a lot of females in here, and then the females don't really care about the game. They care more about the commercials and the halftime. Mm-hmm. So normally when the game's on, you usually have the males like into the game, and then the females in the background like talking loud as hell. You gotta put the TV louder so you can like overlap the females and stuff. But then when the Super Bowl, when the halftime comes in, that's when it's usually a switch. Like the males leave the living room. We have some more drinks, have some more foods, and the females flood into the living room. They watch their Super Bowl halftime show, whatever. They watch the commercials. But I do like the commercials for the trailers. Bro, you're from New York. Nah, it's a grinder, bro. It's a grinder. It's a grinder. Over here in the East Coast, we call them grinders. So yeah, there's sub. But to me, sub's like a sandwich. A meatball, like, that's not a sandwich, man. It's not really a sandwich. Because when it's like a warm thing. Yeah, so in the East Coast, we call them grinders.
Two pieces of bread, man. It's a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich, it's a grinder. When it's hot and toasted, and the bread is toasted, and it just melts the cheese on there,
That's still a sandwich.
that's a grinder, yo. That's a
still
grinder.
A sandwich.
But it depends on the bread, though. A sandwich is flat bread. You got 2 slices of flat bread, boom, boom, that's a sandwich.
Bread.
So hoagie's not a sandwich?
We don't call them hoagies. So for us, it's grinders. A hoagie, like you guys say grinders, we call them hoagies. I mean, you guys call them hoagies. In the East Coast, we call them grinders. I said it backwards. In the East Coast, we call them grinders. They're called grinders, but you guys call them hoagies, I guess, or subs or whatever. But over here, in the East Coast, you guys know we call them grinders. If someone's grinding your meatballs, it's a heck of dude. Bob, no, you would love it, bro. You would love it, that shit. We'll give you some rooted hair over here. You got some
rooted hair.
Yeah.
Is that how you get it? Yo, speaking of rooted hair, what's up,
That's
KG?
new shit.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
What's
How you
up,
doing,
KG?
Hey, Marco, I really apologize. I was watching the stream, and I had my phone on silent mode, so I was waiting for the link. I was like, okay, maybe you might have forgotten. It's okay, it's fine. Then I go on my phone, I see, oh, it was 27 minutes ago. I was like, okay, let me
No worries, bro. You know how we do it. It's nice and casual, man. But thanks for stopping by. Every time I see you, you're looking more and more grown, bro.
Oh, well.
This is how a parent feels, you know? Like you
They
didn't know that
grow
you were
so
a child.
fast, don't they?
Bro. You look older than me now. Holy shit.
Yo, look at Commander Green's comment.
No, I'm about to say, I want to Commander Green. Not for that. You're North Carolina. That's still considered South. That's not considered East. Like, that's not considered East Coast. That's more South.
Is that not right on the coast?
No. So usually Maryland is the cutoff. Maryland is the cutoff, and then Virginia and South Carolina, they're South. Maryland is the cutoff. That's the cutoff for the East. In New York, you would not go to a store and say, I want a sub. You always say grinder. If you want a warm sandwich, You would say, and on the long, like 12-inch bread or whatever, you would say
12
grinder.
Huh?
Yeah,
What
12-inch,
is it?
man.
So
No, there's no baby powder. There's no baby oil in it like that. Make some olive oil, but not baby oil.
So I'm supposed to go to the store and tell them I want a 12-incher. Is that?
No, you say 12-inch grinder. Let me get a 12-inch grinder.
12-inch grinder. Okay. All right.
I mean, grinded with a 12-inch.
That's the
Yo,
word.
can I pitch a segment? Can we have PRockology on LWO or something like that? Man? Where he just takes the time to explain this shit to us,
But no, I swear, yeah, you come like Connecticut, New York, the tri-state area, whatever. We call them grinders. We don't call them subs or hoagies or whatnot. They're called grinders. When it's a warm sandwich, it's called a grinder. We call them meatball. See hoagies in Philly.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? Gay dating app? Hell no! No, you try to put that shit on me, equal. No, you try to put that shit on me. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Yeah.
P-Rock, can you put your gain down just a little bit?
What's up, Philly?
So yeah, so anyone else? What's everyone else's plan for the Super Bowl? Anyone hosting? Anyone going to parties, or is it just kind of like a whatever matchup this year?
I'm staying home to recover. I ain't doing shit.
That's a good call.
Going to my in-laws. My wife keeps sending me all these damn menus of all this food that she's ordering and shit. So yeah, I'll be a fat ass on Sunday.
That's what the Super Bowl is for, Yeah, we're going to play basketball and first thing in the morning. I like to before Thanksgiving or before the Super Bowl, do something active in the morning. So that way, yeah, it'll be a good time. So we're renting out a gym from 7 to 9, and then
that's so cool.
until I can't anymore. So let's see. We got the legend Bob Dylan with the super chat. Once I asked for a warm 12-inch grinder and got arrested for solicitation. Oh man, that's
the way the laws are written these days, I believe it.
Yeah.
All right, so in the private chat, am I still loud, or should I put louder? Am I still loud? Lower more?
If you just back up from the mic a little bit, dude, I think you'll be all right.
All right. So I put in the private chat, B-ball grinder. So if you want to pull that up real quick, am I still loud right now? How about now?
I think
you sound better. You sound better.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let's share this here. Clinton Martin saying, "Stay home, drink whiskey, and hope both teams lose." Yeah, that's one of those matches for sure. All right, so this is the meatball grinder officially on the Food Network. So you got a strong case here.
Meatball grinder.
One review. Okay.
One review.
Well, I would say I just pulled meatball grinder, and that's what came up first.
Is that your review?
Are you
no, it's not my review. I don't review Food Network.
You're that one person.
I don't review Food Network. No, trust me.
Oh man, how about you, KG? Hey, KG, are you watching football? Are you a football fan at all?
No, I've never understood football. It's just something. I mean, I go whenever my friends ever hosted, but I think this year it's not going to happen. So I think just another casual Sunday, nothing too crazy. So
okay,
yeah.
Not a bad strategy there. Well, should we talk some figures, guys?
Beams comment right here. So
see, it's a grinder. See, exactly. If it's a warm sandwich, warm Subway is usually called grinder here in the East Coast.
Wow.
I've heard grinder so many times at this point. I can't even keep it straight.
Where's Evangelium at, man? He can help us clear this up.
I was about to say with his Jamaican accent. I want to hear him say grinder. His Jamaican accent.
Keith Lee saying all this talk about 12-inch grinders makes P-Rock get closer to that mic. Oh, right. Okay. I heard of this recipe. It was in Martha Stewart's Jailhouse Cookbook. Delicacies from Cell Block D.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey.
You got the locks. D Block D. LOX.
Clinton saying, take that same meatball grinder and search it in Urban Dictionary. My goodness. I think I'm good.
Yeah, you might get something else.
Just do a Google image search, man. See what comes up.
Yeah, at your own risk. Let's see. Windman saying nobody in Manhattan calls any sandwich a grinder.
Well, Manhattan's bougie. Manhattan's bougie. Manhattan's bougie. That's not.
That's still East Coast, bro.
I know, but it's
Did
bougie.
not
Manhattan's
say the
bougie.
tri-state area? Is that not
No,
tri-state?
but Manhattan's like they're the ones that drink tea like with the finger up and everything like that. They're bougie. They don't want to call shit like grinder or anything. They don't want to call it like that.
Should we ask Local Lou then?
To be
No,
thorough,
local.
what-
Well,
what
maybe
borough-
local does eat. Local
what
eats a
borough
lot,
do
so
I need
maybe
to
he
go
would be a
to?
good option.
what borough do I need to go
Brooklyn,
to that has a
Jersey,
grinder?
Brooklyn, New York. Ain't the 5 boroughs except for Manhattan.
Oh man! All right. Well, I think it's gonna be one of those unsolved mysteries. So with that, maybe let's talk about a figure here. All right. First of all, I want to know who's going to see this week one. Obviously,
I've got
Marvel's
2
lost a
tickets
little bit of
booked
the
for
hype.
Thursday.
Okay. All right. So you're going to see it day one. All right. Same.
I have a fan event with IMAX, and then I have Adobe right after that in case I can't make the first one.
Hell yeah. Okay. It's about as good as it gets right there. So I want to know. All right. So Calvin's seeing it day one. Anyone else going to go watch it the first week? Everyone else just waiting around?
I actually got tickets also for that weekend. So just
Look at you
well,
going to the theater.
I know, huh? Mira nomás. Now a friend of ours, got some theater buds, movie buds. That went ahead and booked us in advance. So
Okay.
I just gotta make the commitment.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping, bro. I know we all are that this one is actually going to be that good. Like it has all the potential in the world to be good.
I love this suit, dude. This is banging.
Looks good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so who else is interested in this? Mario, you're considering? I know you're kind of on a Marvel bend right now.
No, I'm cutting back hard, man. Unless it's a clone helmet, stormtrooper helmet, or something like that on it, I ain't get shit. So, well, maybe I don't know. I say that now, but you know I am.
Okay.
But
probably.
no, that's a really, really good looking figure, man. I mean, the initial teaser with the helmet kind of threw me off a bit, but just to see him with the regular sculpt and the glasses back on or the goggles back on, man, it looks great. The wings look dope too, man. They look better than the last one.
And I think this one has a quick turnaround too. So I'm assuming they're reusing a lot of the parts because I think it's coming out this year.
This year, wow, is it really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's a pretty fast turnaround for this guy.
Yeah, it's April to September 2025.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, no, he looks dope. Came out really, really good.
Yeah, man.
I'm driving and I see what Bob Dylan said.
Bob Dylan saying, "Wow, there actually is an Urban Dictionary entry, and it's filthy." Right, well, everyone do your independent research if you must. Oh boy. How about you, KG? You considering getting this one?
Yeah, well, this film is tricky because I love Samus Cap. I don't know why the Winter Soldier gets a lot of hate. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to not watch this film due to political reasons. It's just something due to a character in it. I won't be able to watch it, but
you don't have to get into specifics. But is there like a mischaracterization of like a culture or anything like that? If you want to allude.
Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm curious too. I'm also curious.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I know we're not judging.
We're not judging here. Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah, you don't have to say specifics too if you're not.
Fuck DEI. Fuck woke shit. Don't worry about it.
All right,
I'm with you, man.
No,
Here we go.
I love Samus Cap. I've grown to love Sam throughout the films. I was introduced to Sam through the Winter Soldier, and from now on, it's just there's a certain character in the film that, due to what's going on around the world in the Middle East, I'm just not partaking in this film, unfortunately. But as far as the figure,
fair.
It's a great looking piece. I think the head sculpt looks phenomenal. I think it's one of their top tier best Anthony Mackie sculpts. It seems like with Anthony Mackie, they're always up to par with their previous release. So yeah, I mean, it's a great looking piece. It's unfortunate that it's a film that I'm going to have to skip. But it's a great looking piece, and I hope the film does somewhat well. I know it's getting a lot of hate, unfortunately, or for a film at the moment that hasn't come out yet. But I hope it does well. But it's a film that I have to step away from, unfortunately. So
okay, well, I respect that. You got to draw a line somewhere, and It is a really nice looking figure. I know for me personally, I've got the white suit version from Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I did really enjoy that show. I thought it didn't live up to the potential. Like it could have been great, and it was definitely short of that. But I can't wait to see this, and I'm just really praying for a win for Marvel, because again, this has all the trappings. You got Harrison Ford, you got Sam Wilson stepping in as Cap. I think it could be so damn good. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think
Yo.
Red Hulk.
I'm sorry, guys, real quick. I need to head out right now, man. So just had a few minutes. I thought I'd stop by. So
Appreciate
y'all have
you
a good.
stopping in, Mario.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good rest of the show, fellas.
All right,
All
see
right,
you
appreciate you, man.
All right, later,
Feel
guys.
better.
Thank you.
Feel better. Yeah, I was just going to mention that I think, honestly, out this film, I think the only figure I'm probably going to get is Red Hulk. You know, and if I were to get a Sam Wilson, it would be from the Falcon and Winter Soldier film. I think that's the most iconic look. But the only thing that differentiates between these from that to this is the purse system with that sculpt. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but if I do end up getting a Sam Wilson, it'll probably be from the previous suit from the previous show. So, but yeah, Red Hulk, I think for sure is from this film. I'll probably get Red Hulk. Other than that, I think nothing else.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that Red Hulk too, and hopefully they make some improvements. I mean, I've got the Hulk from the first Avengers, and it's a really nice piece, but it's definitely just like a big toy. So hopefully they can innovate a little bit. Which I guess you can't count on them doing. But so Calvin, is this one that obviously you've got the white suit version? Is this one like you're feeling like you've got to add, or you feeling like you might skip out on this version?
Cap is coming home. I'm always about representation in the collection, so that alone, I'll have this. I do like the fact that I can display now one with wings, one without, and that way I can have both of them displayed without having to worry about all the extra space that the wings would take up. But I'm really feeling this blue suit, and like you said it, I'm really hoping for a win with this. I'm still feeling the buzz from the energy when we saw them. What was that? Room G, whatever. What was that room we saw at Comic-Con?
Hall H.
Hall H. And so I'm still riding off that buzz. Anthony Mackie, I saw a video yesterday was when he was in New York at Uptown Comics. Just walked in on the shop, bought a gang of comic books. Did signings for everybody. So he's out there putting in the work. Let's see if it translates to the box office.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted only in what you said where like you would keep the wings off one version. I'd love to put him back to back with Steve Rogers cap, like to have a display of both of them in the Captain America suit. I think I've seen it on, someone else's collection. Looks really awesome.
That
but
sounds
it always
good.
feels right. Like that is a pretty awesome display, but it always feels a little weird to leave those beautiful wings in the box. So if you've got
It
one
really does, especially when you spent the money for them. So that definitely is an issue.
And it's not a cheap figure, right? It's $375, but at least you've got the option to display them that way, and the extra head sculpt as well. So yeah, I can't completely rule it out, but I'm thinking I'm going to stick with just the white suit version, unless I'm somehow blown away by this film and feel like I must have it. The likeness for Cap, how's everyone feeling? Because I feel like it's good, but it's not great. And it might be something where he's a little, like his skin tone's a little too gray, or I'm not sure what it is, but it's just not completely 100% in my eyes.
No, I think it looks great. I don't think there's no problem with it. I think it's a 10 out of 10 sculpt. I think it's one of their best sculpts in my opinion. The only issue I have is I have the Kang figure, Jonathan Majors sculpt. The hair kind of resembles this, where it's sort of plasticky. I really hope that they do fix that, but other than that, I think the sculpt from the eyes, the mouth, the nose, I think it looks just like it. I don't see any issues with it.
Yeah, you're right. The hair could use improvement. I remember the first Chadwick prototype that they showed us, like that, just the detail. And I get that's a prototype. You're not going to get that for the mass produce, but it feels like paint apps could definitely be improved. We got Brandon Salad in the house. Hola, delightful bros. What's going on, Brandon? Thanks for joining
My man,
us.
what's up, big bro?
Tim Harvey saying, rumor is that the Red Hulk is only in the movie for 4 minutes, which would be a bummer. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that
too.
though. Like
real quick,
one big
if you guys
battle.
don't-
Go ahead, P-Rock.
Are there any comic people in the chat? So if the Red Hulk was originally Bruce Banner, or was it somebody else? Like did they change it for the movie? I always thought the Red Hulk was Bruce Banner, like a different version of Bruce Banner.
my understanding, it was always Ross.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
always
so I
Thunderbolt
could be
Ross
wrong. Like I
with
said, I haven't read comics in a while, so that's why I want to know. Like, please correct me or please inform me. Because from what I heard, I thought the Red Hulk was like the was it the World War Hulk or something like that? It was supposed to be he showed up in there or something in the comics. I could be wrong.
No, to
I
my
never followed
knowledge,
Hulk in the comics.
yeah, to my knowledge, the Red Hulk has always been Thunderbolt Ross.
Okay, okay,
So maybe I could be wrong, but that's what I've read
Nah.
so far from the comics.
That's good to know.
Hey,
Yeah.
always open to learn something new. So if you guys,
Yeah, exactly.
somebody knows in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I just want to, because I never really read the Hulk comics. So I don't know much about the Hulk in general. So I always thought it was Bruce Banner, but I could be wrong. Grey Hulk was Bruce Banner, right? Grey Hulk and Green Hulk was Bruce Banner.
Question on the Hulk: do you guys think it might be silicone based, or you guys think it will just have like joints like the previous Hulks?
Okay, Thunderbolt Ross.
What material do they use, do you know, for the Venom?
Grinder.
Because I feel like whatever rubber they use for that Venom figure, and I'm not saying that that's not the same that they use for the Hulk, but that seems to have longevity, right? Like for kind of a sticky material, it still feels like it holds up.
Yeah, I don't know what material it is. I think it's some form of, I don't know what it is, but I had an issue with mine where it started to peel. Like I think I had the first couple of batches where mine had an issue where it was peeling a lot. I don't know. I think honestly with Venom, I don't think it will suit the Venom material. I think it'll be more in the lines of maybe a Bane, the one with their that Bane figure. Whoever doesn't have that Bane figure, they're missing out. I mean, that Bane figure is phenomenal, and the silicone
So
bar that he
dope.
used. I think honestly, would you guys prefer that, or you guys prefer joints? Because longevity wise, when it comes to posing, you might end up tearing, when it comes to posing and whatever it's posing the arms and stuff like that. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
no joints at all, bro. No joints for me. I think,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like you got to take the risk of potentially, damage long term, but yeah, joints is not where it's at for the figures that I want on my shelf.
Yeah, I think the same thing as well. Yeah.
And yet, like you're saying, like they've been making improvements. Like the Hono Wolverine's got like beautiful arms that are very flexible, and it feels like they've learned how to design them to hopefully not tear in the long run. So we'll see. All right, so let's see. Bob Dylan is saying no joints or plastic hair, my man. All right, we've matured now. We're in an upper echelon of collecting, so we're not doing that stuff anymore. Let's see. Clinton Martin saying he's got a little neck sleeve for the helmeted version. Oh, okay, let's go back there really quick.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I missed that.
like-
What was Clint saying?
He's saying he's got a little neck sleeve for the helmeted version. Okay, so you see the exposed neck here, and then for the helmeted version, which makes sense. That's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool diversity in terms of the displays or the looks that you can give with him. Right, this would be cool too with the helmet and no wings as well. Would be kind of dope.
Yeah, the wings still up for me. I think the wings are the selling point of this figure. It's really good.
Yeah, man. Okay, so can't wait for the film. Let's hope it's a dub. Let's see. Tim Harvey saying, according to an inside info from Man of Hot Collectibles, Hono is coming out with the seamless comic version of Hulk soon. Okay.
Interesting.
That would be interesting for sure. Yeah, I could see them doing a comic version through a comic head on there, but then Hono, it's going to be a $300 Hono figure, and then what even is that line anymore? So
I don't know. Hono's slowly but surely bringing their prices up.
they
And
are.
I knew
man.
they would.
It's
I knew they
creeping.
would.
You knew already, P-Rock?
Yeah, I knew they like. I figured they were not sustain that stuff from the get go. Like I thought it would be in like 3.0 type quality, but actually having the brown suit in hand, it's a little bit better than 3.0. So I figured it was gonna go higher in price eventually. So that's probably the entry level. But I'm hoping they don't continue that, because what's gonna happen if they're the same level as 3.0? I mean, I'm sorry, as Hot Toys, the same price. What's gonna happen? What's gonna be the difference then? Like they should like, if this is supposed to be like the lower tier of Hot Toys, it should not be on the same level price wise as Hot Toys.
Completely agree, man. Yeah, they're kind of losing the plot a little bit. Let's see. 12-inch Moose Dream saying, hello, community collectors. I'm picking up Artisan Jack Sparrow at my post office. I dopoed Blade to take advantage of the Sideshow promo code. Only real collector in this hobby. 12-inch Moose Stream. Okay, maybe Bob Dylan as well. Maybe you got competition, but the only two real collectors out here. No, let's see. Moose Stream is saying Golden Iron Man Mark III secured. Look at him. He's cleaning up here. Maybe let's talk about another one of those figures that Moose is pointing out. All right, so there's been quite a bit of stuff that's been announced, and I feel like normally this time of year, around Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, it gets a little quiet, but Hot Toys they're not slowing down. So this Blade figure. All right, so Calvin, I'm gonna start with you because you, like you said, representation, it's important. Blade, you liked his appearance in this as well, even though he was retired. What are you thinking on this one? 1, 2, 3 of them, maybe?
I only need one because I have the present toys. I also have the so ordered, so that'll be my 3 right there. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I rarely, if ever, share something with my wife when it comes to the collection. She may see it in the room at some point in time, but it's never like, oh, babe, look at this. This popped on my screen. I said, fuck that. Babe, look at this. And she's like, well, damn, that looks good. It looks like it's really him. I was like, yeah, I got to have that. So it looks good. I ordered this before. I don't even dopo anymore. Like I said, I've been to the point where I order things late on purpose. I'm fine with having things last. I ordered this before Sideshow even had their pictures up for it. Once a couple of guys, Loco Lou and Blue and Bean, made it clear that it was the first edition that was covered, I was like, I put my order in. So mine's been locked and loaded within the first 3 hours.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, this is a... All right, so I'm going to kick it to KG and P-Rock before I give my thoughts on this. But P-Rock, KG, what are you guys thinking?
You want to go first, KG?
Sure. Well, I'm probably going to flack on this, but I have not seen any Blade films.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I know he didn't just say that, right?
This is the creation of MCU. The first Blade was a creation of the MCU.
I understand.
Rated R too. Rated R.
I was young at the time. I couldn't watch films like this, but at the time, my first introduction was Tobey Maguire. That was my first introduction of Spidey. Then I recently found out that Blade was actually the first film that actually started to see more Marvel superhero films. So I thought that was crazy. I thought it was Tobey this entire time, but I was wrong.
Remember, Tobey is Sony.
Yeah, that's Sony.
That's true. Yeah, that's true too. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn with this one because, look, I love Deadpool. I think we all can agree Deadpool and Wolverine was one of the best films of this year and made $1 billion in the box office. So, I mean, for this figure, I don't know. Like, for me, when it comes to that film, I think the only things I'm going to pick up is Deadpool, which I did, and Wolverine. I don't see myself picking up the Resistance. Maybe I might regret it later on. I don't know. I just, especially now, you have to be selective. There's a lot of stuff coming. I mean, I have, Grievous. I have City. I have a lot of things on pre-order at the moment, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's one of those figures where I just have to pass on at the moment. But it's a great looking figure. This head sculpt is a 9.5 at best, even a 10 maybe at best. It's one of their best works for sure. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pass. But if I see that Gambit, and if I see Jennifer Gardner's Electro, then I might change my mind. But for now, I think I'm gonna have to let this one go. But who knows? Things change over time. So yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
How about
for me? For me, all right. So Blade was the fucking best originally MCU movie. The freaking music, the soundtrack, and that stuff. When they went to that one, as soon as they walk into that club and it's spraying blood down, I wanted to be there, man. I wanted to be there with that music. I wanted to be covered in that blood and like dancing and stuff like that. But with that in mind, that's the Blade I know and remember. Even though in this movie, Deadpool Wolverine, Blade had the coolest intro when they introduced the characters. He had the coolest, like the sound and the way he walked and everything. He had the coolest intro, but this is not the Blade I remember. Not only that, like his face, he does like he's tired or bored. If I get this, I would have him with the glasses on, obviously glasses and sunglasses on like that. But my thing was too is like I wish they would have gave us a sculpt with at least the fangs showing, because in every Blade movie he always showed the fangs. And if I remember correctly, when they attacked, I forget the name of the main villain. When they attacked her, there's one scene where he like, hits the floor and he puts his head up, and he does show the fangs. I need to go back, and I could be wrong, but he does show the fangs and everything like that. But I like the fact that they give us this right here, this blast effect with the rocket launcher and everything, that the smoke blast effect. Normally I see this from Mezco. I see this from Mezco, not much from Hot Toys. So this is definitely a cool added feature there. And it's a cool scene. The only thing is, when he uses rocket launcher, he was on the vehicle and stuff. So we don't have the vehicle currently right now in the collection or being like proposed from Hot Toys. But this is a cool feature right here. I like the fact that they give us the weapons with different effects. They have the clean ones, the ones with the blood on there. I like that too. But I'm a KG man. Like I don't do MCU. I don't collect MCU. But out of all of these, I did say when they released the Gambit, I do want the Gambit, because to me, from day one, I've told you guys I'm more comic accurate. Gambit is comic accurate. I know a lot of people gave this guy Tatum a lot of hate for Gambit. I actually enjoyed Tatum as Gambit, so I'm looking forward to that Gambit. But this Blade right here, if you missed out on the first Blade, yeah, you don't have the trench coat on this version right here. You do get the sword, even though he doesn't use the sword in the movie. The sword is like a homage to like the first two movies that he had originally, because he never used that whole blade with the thing pops open that's used in the first two movies and everything like that. So, but that's the cool added feature if you have that first Blade. But this is definitely a cool Blade if you missed out on the original ones. Blade is the OG of MCU. Without Blade, I feel like we won't have MCU right now, especially Daredevil. Deadpool. Deadpool's rated R. Blade was rated R. First rated R one that actually did good and put them on the map. So if I clicked MCU, I would get this. Unfortunately, I don't click MCU. Gambit is the only one I'm intrigued with, because Gambit, I'm comic accurate all the way. That Gambit is comic accurate, so I'm looking forward to Gambit. And I'm cool with Channing Tatum playing Gambit going forward if he's gonna like this. Even Blade, even if Blade goes going forward, like I'm fine with what he started playing Blade. That he said there will always be only one Blade. That scene right there was cool when he said that shit right there, because there was supposed to be the other Blade guy, and then that shit happened with the other Blade guy. The movie didn't go through. I know Wesley Snipes took a little, hit that. He's like, oh, you know what? I don't want another Blade movie. If anything, I'm the only one and only Blade. Make me and keep me the only one and only
Jurassic
Blade.
Park.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, P-Rock. Go ahead. Finish.
No. I'm just saying, like, it's a cool release. It's a cool release. I like the base. I like the weapons with the blood in it. I like the rocket effect and everything like that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna pass on it because I said I don't really do MCU, but I do want that Gambit.
Yeah, no, for sure. And P-Rock, you did mention about not being your Blade. According to Danny, apparently Danny from Collectors Joey stream last night, he mentioned that look, like, he's a fanatic when it comes to Blade, but apparently the tattoos on his neck aren't the same tattoos from the original Blade.
Oh, I see. They really show them here, so I don't know, because in the original movies they have him with the vest on with no sleeves on, so you can see the tattoos a lot better.
Right, and just judging, I think this could be a different Blade. It might not be that same Blade from that era of.
True, but he did say it's only one Blade, so it's got to be one Blade across all
multiverses. You never know. But another thing too with Gambit, the one thing I hate with this figure is the pleather. My issue with Gambit is he's going to be pleather filled. I mean,
I hope the jacket's gonna be pleather.
I don't know. I hope it's leather. I hope it doesn't look leather to me as far as the upper part, but the bottom is pants.
Nope.
That's scary, man. That's scary when it comes to longevity for the figure. So,
but my thing too is like the only Blade I have right now currently is my Mezco Blade, and I have him displayed with the fangs showing. Like, Blade's a vampire, you have to have the fangs showing. Yeah, you have to have the fangs showing. So that's why I wish they gave us like at least a head sculpt with the fangs showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like, okay, so Secret Wars is coming up, right? We've got Doomsday or whatever. We know a lot of these people are probably coming back. and I feel like they're going to throw him back in that classic costume with the trench coat.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm a little conflicted on this one, because I am a little bit deep down this line already for a film that I like enjoyed, but I didn't think it was the best film ever. And this is just not the version of the costume that I necessarily want. And so that's why I'm like, okay, do I just hold out a little bit? And that's really where I'm leaning towards, because I want that trench coat desperately. And like Philly was saying, you could always get a custom, but it's very likely we're going to see him again. We're going to see a lot of the original comic characters, right? We're going to see Tobey Maguire again.
I was just about to say what Clinton is saying now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that scope.
Let's see. Clinton said, "Oh, for the So-So." There you go. So
Correct.
That's another good option as well. But I feel like, I don't know. I think we'll get another version of this guy in the MCU. He'll be older, which is fine with me. I'm fine if he's older, but I just want like the more accurate costume to the first film that I loved. So
can I just say? Sorry, go ahead. Go.
Well, I was just going to ask Marco. He said he's actually going pretty deep down this line. What else were you getting?
So I'm getting Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm getting Laura, and Laura was one that I debated too, but just Logan is one of my favorite films, and I'm like, it's not, necessarily her, but the scene between both of them, where they're sitting down near the campfire, was like one of my favorite parts of this film. And then I probably would pass on Blade and Jennifer Garner on Elektra, and then get Gambit. Is my plan right now, but who knows? Like, then again, right, that slippery slope where you're like, well, I've already picked up all these. Why don't I just get this one and this one? So
what's one more?
It's hard to say. That's right, man. That's a tricky thing. That's a tricky thing about this hobby. So you got to try to draw a line somewhere. So especially if I can just say like, oh, probably going to have another version in the future, or Hot Toys is going to give us a Blade 1 OG, 2.0.
I mean, like, we're still waiting for the Mahershala Ali Blade. I mean, that still has been ongoing since 2019.
No, but that's not happening. That got canceled. It's not happening.
No, it's still going, but it's not slated for 2025. That's being delayed at the moment. And I think Mahershala Ali even said that he's okay with delayed.
He's too small for a Blade. In my opinion, he's too small.
I don't know, man. He's a good actor. He's a two-time Oscar.
Actor-wise, yeah, I'm saying, but like Blade gotta be like bulky and stuff. Like he's too small for a Blade.
He could gain weight. He could put the muscle.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think Mahershala would crush it, honestly. Like he's that good, right? But it's
he's
big
really
shoes
good
to fill.
Wesley Snipes was one of a kind, and
Exactly.
set that bar is quite high.
Exactly.
Not to mention he's 3-4 different disciplined martial artists, so he brought a lot to the table. But Mahershala Ali is a hell of an actor, so I wouldn't put it past him to be able to pull it off if they can get the damn script together.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's getting there in age too. So it's been a minute. I mean, I think he's 56.
So he's only 4 years apart from this guy. So you might as well get this guy.
I don't know. We'll see.
So let me ask you guys real quick. So obviously they announced the Resistance. Is there any other characters from the Deadpool Wolverine movie that you guys would wish they released?
Cassandra Nova would be like, I mean, that's Paradox. I couldn't see anything else.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So Clinton Martin's asking, no Lady Pool or Kid Pool. Yeah, those are passes for me. They looked cool, but didn't necessarily need that. I think Deadpool's the pool representation I'd want.
Yeah.
And then I think that I think what the line they're going down in terms of the Resistance is probably as far as I would go. I don't know that there was any other really memorable characters that I'd want figures from. But how about you, P-Rock? Anything come to mind?
The only character I would probably think, I always forget his name. Nightcrawler's father. He was briefly in there, but I like the character in general. Like
it starts with an A. It's
Azrael.
Yeah, Azrael. Yeah. I would love him. That's the only one I would love because I always like that character in general. We never got a figure form of him. He's the only Juggernaut. I'm not a fan of that version of Juggernaut. He looks too bare bones. Like usually the Juggernaut from the comics, he has like the full armor. This Juggernaut's like showing his fucking abs and shit like that. That's not Juggernaut to me.
Yeah, that Juggernaut was not where it was at.
It's like a strip club Juggernaut. That's what it looks like.
Oh shit!
It does. It looks like a strip club Juggernaut.
Oh, so FBJ is saying, bro, that new Blade movie ain't happening. Yeah, it feels
no,
pretty,
that's what I'm saying. It ain't happening.
It ain't
happening.
And Bob Dylan is saying Michael B. Jordan. Have you guys seen the trailer for the vampire movie? I think he plays two characters in it.
I just watched that today.
He's playing twins.
Dude, I would love for him to be.
Steinfeld is in there looking bad as hell. Go ahead, P-Rock.
No, I'm saying I would love for him. Like I would have no problem with Michael B. Jordan replacing Black Panther.
Yeah, go happen. He was already Killmonger.
I know, but
I think that's too close.
The multiverse. You know the multiverse.
You know what?
They're gonna bring in what's his name?
Who's that?
Who Hawkman? Was that who he played?
Right,
he's a good
I hate it.
He's a good guy. From Black Adam? Yeah.
I think that's what they'll go with. Either him or Idris.
Yeah,
from
Idris Elba?
Not Elba. The other one. Can't think of his last name right now.
I can't think.
Yeah, but Braun was capable with Thanos. Like, he was too short. And in real life, he was too short to play Thanos. Like, obviously, the CGI helped him out to play Thanos and everything, but he did an awesome job playing Thanos, though. He did an awesome job.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm actually kind of a fan of if they were to bring back Killmonger and say, like, oh, is it, multiverse story.
Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't be all for it. I just don't see them doing it.
Yeah.
That would be a hell of a twist for it to actually happen. We'd be like, what the fuck? And it would be dope. But I think it's just too close.
Yeah, you might be right. Let's see. Let's talk about this one here, because I know I'm pretty hyped about this particular one, and it came out really fast, which makes sense because it kind of had all the pieces there. My question is, has anyone seen a breakdown of this version versus the 1.0? Because it looks pretty dang similar. Obviously, the sculpt is way improved, but in terms of the body and the fit and everything, it doesn't look that much different from the 1.0 that I'm staring at right here. But who's considering this one, and has anyone seen any of the comparisons?
I have the first one.
I don't need, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Calvin. I have the first one. There's no need for me to get a second one.
I had this order just because I wanted the speeder to go with it.
Yeah. I saw I saw a few breakdowns. Apparently, it's not magnetic sculpt. I think it's a plugin. So you can't swap the head sculpts.
I'm not a big fan of that new system, bro. Like it always bumps the eyes and stuff too.
Oh, with Bane, it was the worst. I had a nightmare with Bane. Bane was I kept doing it 3-4 times just to make sure it doesn't hit the purrs. But yeah, I mean, I have the solo version. I sold that, but I currently have the Clone Wars version. I have been wanting this figure for such a long time, and it was going for crazy money, the first version. Just, I'm not even gonna touch it. But now they've reissued it, or 1.5 did. I'm excited. It was a figure that I always wanted. I day one pre-ordered it, so it's coming home whenever Off the Racks gets it. Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, honestly, one thing I did wish last year that they could have done is give us a Padawan Obi-Wan to go with this. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe there might be a licensing issue. I don't know. But I think a Padawan Obi-Wan would have been a great companion. I have Qui-Gon. I do have Qui-Gon Jinn from that film too. So, yeah. I mean, it looks great. I mean, it looks like a very slim fitted suit. It doesn't look too baggy like the previous one. And the sculpt is a 10 out of 10. I don't know about the screaming sculpt. It's a little iffy, but the neutral sculpt is by far the best. So can't wait. I can't wait to get it in hand for sure. It's gonna, yeah.
Looks really nice, man.
Yep.
P-Rock, Calvin, how about you guys?
Oh, yeah, I said I was picking it up because I want that speeder. I never was able to get one of the first ones. I believe this one lights up with USB, so excited for that. So
what's your display plan? Are you gonna you're keeping the first one? Are you gonna put one of the new sculpts on that body? Or obviously KG said it's not necessarily compatible, but
I figure I'll do it. I think I have the yelling sculpt on my original, so I'd probably do just the stoic face on this one.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I think that there's an argument to be made to have two of these, or have the original one and this one in the collection. Like you said, you had the speeder and adds that extra dimension. So okay. And how about you, P-Rock?
No, I'm content with my first versions. I don't. I have this. I have the speeder. I don't even use it. I just play currently right now because I have the way I have him displayed currently is like him, Vader, some other like Sith lords and stuff like that. So I have him displayed like in a stoic pose and stuff like that. So with the hood on. So to me, like this is something like yeah, like I said, like yeah, it's an improvement from the first one, but it's not that much of an improvement where I feel like I need to spend the money and get it again. So I feel like as long as you have the first one, yeah, maybe you come back to this. But if you have the first one, you don't need to have this one. If you don't have the first one, then yes, Darth Maul to me is one of the coolest villains in Star Wars. It's just the way he looks. When I played the RPG, the MMO one, I created this race right here. I love this race right here in general. Just Darth Maul to me was underused. One of the coolest looking villains in Star Wars and died way too quick, in my opinion. Which I feel like they regretted because they brought him back in the Clone Wars, and they try to fix their mistakes. But still, like I just feel like if you have the first one, you don't really have to have this one unless you want to have one pose on the speeder and one off the speeder. But if you just want to have one pose off the speeder, if you have the original, I don't think you need to have this one. You could probably pick it up at a sale if you want to have it on a speeder, but I'm fine with my original one.
Yeah. And I feel like the improvement, I mean, obviously the sculpt is a big improvement, but just in terms of everything else, I was expecting if they were going to go back and redo this one, that they were going to make improvements and a lot more in the tailoring, a lot more with the gloves. And it does feel like they just kind of took the body. And I haven't seen the side-by-side comparison. So, but it seems like they haven't made that huge leap that I was hoping for. All that being said, that first one is still one of my favorite figures. So poseable, just looks menacing in pretty much any pose you can put him in. Like you said, P-Rock, he's got such a cool design. Yeah, so I think I can justify having two of these. And we'll figure out if I'm going to put one of these sculpts on the other one, even though the heads aren't necessarily compatible. Clinton Martin saying, it seems like we all seem to think or say, nah, I'm good with the first one until the side-by-side comparisons come out. And then you can really see the differences, like Stealth Cap. Yeah, sometimes ignorance is bliss. Go ahead, Pierre.
No, I'm a type of collector. I collect Godzilla Berserk stuff. I don't have the funds to collect multiple versions of one character. I just need one version of a character and I'm happy with it, and then move on and collect something else. So I'm just that type of character. So I'm a collector. I mean, there's only few Star Wars characters that have multiples, which is Luke and Maul. Except the Maul from the Solo. I want to pick up the Maul from the Clone Wars, but I'm nervous that the fact that Savage came out and he doesn't really match with the Clone Wars Maul. I'm nervous they're gonna make another Clone Wars Maul to kind of match Savage better. So I'm kind of holding off on that, but I do want to get the Clone Wars Maul to go with Savage. Maul and Luke and Yoda are the only Star Wars, maybe Vader are the only Star Wars characters I will collect multiple versions of. But usually I'm like one version, I'm good to go. Move on to the next figure.
Yeah, honestly, Pirog, I mean, the fact that this sculpt came out great, I could see them reissuing or 2.0ing that Clone Wars Maul.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
The Clone Wars Maul is not a better figure. It's just when it comes to posing, it's really bad. But the presence, I mean, if you have it with Ahsoka, it's a great pair. But yeah, no, I mean, they're probably going to reissue that with this new head sculpt for sure, I think, at some point.
Yeah, Richard.
Yeah, but P-Rock, I feel that though, like we're saying, you got to draw a line somewhere. If you've already got the representation, if you're good with it, then yeah, you can't have everything. So, yeah, it's just it's a cool looking figure. It's definitely a luxury pickup for sure. Yeah. So let's see. With that, Sideshow did a little bit of a event, right? So we got some better looks at a few figures, and I think there were a few things teased. The one thing that stood out most to me was the Terminator line and the clean T800. So I'm curious, does anyone here collect any of the Terminator figures? Do you have any Terminator representation? Is anyone planning to get any of these?
I enjoy the movies. I don't feel like I have to have figures of them. I know a lot of Arnold fans out there need to have Arnold representation in their collection, but no, the only time I really liked Arnold was in Conan. He was cool in Terminator, but like if Hot Toys did a Conan Arnold, then I would definitely pick that up. But as Terminator, I don't know. I didn't enjoy the series of Terminator too much to have figures for them.
Really?
But they do look nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so T2 is not one of your all-time favorite films.
No, I mean if so T2 is kind of like the aliens category. Like, do you prefer Aliens, the James Cameron or the original one? I do prefer the James Cameron for Aliens, but when it comes to Terminator, like I don't know, Terminator never like I enjoyed the movies, but it's not a movie that struck the chord with me where I'm like, oh shit, this is like one of my favorite movies ever. I have to have figures or statues of this line or whatever. It was enjoyable, but I just don't have. Just to me, I don't need figures or statues in the Terminator line.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair because yeah, for me, T2 is like one of those all-time greatest films for me, and having all three of these in a display like this would be incredible. I think the only thing that doesn't match is we got two really cool diorama bases, and then we got the shittiest little base,
a little circle,
the clean version. So unless people have speculated about the motorcycle and stuff like that, like unless they're giving us some better display options, and this is just like, come on, guys, we could do better here. So hopefully this isn't the final version, and we got to have real leather too, right? So yeah, I'm excited to see more about this.
I must say, the whole time P-Rock was talking, I could only hear the score for T2 in my head. And I was like, my man is tripping right now. That's still to the day. Today is one of the dopest movies that has ever hit the screen. So, love my man P-Rock, but I can't get with you on this one, bro. These are too damn tight.
Yeah, people like different things. I understand that.
So are you getting all three, Calvin?
As of now, I only have the Damage and T1000 ordered, but I didn't even know we had a clean coming until I saw this. And I was like, I'll see when it comes out. But like you said, the base is a major turnoff.
Yeah, like what? Again, unless they plan to do the bike, then what are they thinking, right? Yeah. So, but I'm with you though. I think like the Battle Damage one would be the one to have, and then clean, it'd be a nice luxury pickup. But yeah, we'll see what's in store for that one.
So if you guys could only have one of these three, which one would you guys have in your collection?
Battle Damage T800 for me personally. Like that is just one of the most iconic scenes, and it's just a unique piece, right?
Same with Marco. I'm right there with Marco.
Okay.
But that's a tough one to make me choose because T1000 is also like, I don't know, up there with the Joker for me, where it's like one of the best villains that I've ever seen on screen. So
I agree.
Yeah. So to have like all three of these, hopefully at least two of them. Yeah, I'm going to be very happy because I never wanted to chase these, right? These are ones that's like, all right, you got to go back and try to buy them on the secondary market. And so that's the thing. Like, I don't even know that that's worth doing at any point in time these days because Hot Toys is really just reissuing and doing 2.0s for everything, which is nice for collectors that are fairly new to the game. Or like if you've been in the game for a long time and you want an upgrade. Yeah, I think it's just a good time to be a collector, but overwhelming for sure. KG, tell me you've seen this film.
I've not seen it.
No,
that's why he's been quiet.
I'm just kidding. I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Except, can you imagine? Oh my god! Of course, I've seen them all. I just haven't seen the latest ones.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, man. My dad is a huge Terminator fan, so I mean, personally, I love these films. I think Terminator 2 was ahead of its time. I love Terminator. Judgment Day is by far the best Terminator film. For me, I wouldn't get this for myself. I would get this for my dad because my dad loves Terminator. He loves this genre of a film. So, yeah. But I hope they make is it the T800 in the middle? I don't know what they're called.
T800.
T800. I don't like the base. I hope they can change the base. I hope they, that I'm just kind of done with this hexagonal bases. But yeah, no, I really like this. I think this brings a fresh, because we're so used to with Marvel, Star Wars, DC, like, it's great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes when we have things like the Predator, Alien, and Terminator, like these things just you're like, it just, it just brings something new to the table. And yes, we've seen these figures before, but I think it's a worthy of 2.0 because I think the sorry guys, what's the cop's name in the film? I forgot. It's
T-1000.
T-1000.
I don't know the actor's name, but yeah, T-1000.
Yeah, the T-1000 and T-1000 and the battle damage Terminator. We have not seen these figures for what, 10 or 12 years. So I think it's a worthy of a 2.0, to be honest. I think that gives enough time to enjoy the first ones. I think the first ones are great, but I think with new technology, with the new leather and eye-purrs and system, I think it's worthy of a 2.0, especially the T-1000. I mean, you get like 3 different looks, which is, I mean, that's worth paying for your buck, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, I can appreciate them for sure. I love when Hot Toys does something outside of the 3 main IPs. So, yeah, I hope they make the middle one. If they do make the middle one, I might get all 3 just to have, give it to my dad and, surprise him for it.
There you
go. Yeah, no, but it's great. It's great.
That's really cool to hear about your dad, because same with mine. Like, he was a big, I don't know why I say was, he is a big sci-fi guy. And when I was growing up, he, like, this is one of those films where he's like, okay, you got to watch it. And I definitely was a little too young to be watching it, but he's like, no, you got to watch this shit. And so, like, he's kind of like got me into it, right?
I hear you guys talking about this stuff, man. I hope my kid talks about me in the future like this. So I'm like, I hear you guys talk. I'm jealous, man.
I mean, Marco, I think I had the same similar experience with you because at a young age, I think around 9 or 10, my dad showed me the first Terminator and Terminator 2, and I was like, the first time seeing blood in the screen, I was like, holy crap. But I actually liked it, it didn't traumatize me. My dad was there, and, I think just for that, I might have, now I think I've talked to myself to get this figure. For that thing, I might have to get this figure.
Got to get all 3 now.
Yeah. Oh, no, please, Marco. No.
All right, well, just one. Peer pressure.
Oh, man. No, but honestly, yeah. No, I mean, just having those experiences with your dad, or, it's the best.
That's cool as fuck, man.
So, yeah.
I wish my kids had me.
So PRock, do your kids watch any of the like
Godzilla
sci-fi stuff? Or okay?
No, my son watches Godzilla. Like Calvin heard him. He watches Godzilla, Batman. Calvin heard my son say, "I'm Batman."
Like, the little man had me dying.
Yeah. Like, I'm on the phone with Carol, and he brought a Batman toy to me. He's like, "I'm Batman." Like, he did the voice and everything, like Christian Bale and everything. So. Yeah, no, he loves Godzilla. He loves Batman because I watch the Nolan trilogy and stuff like that. So Batman, Godzilla, Ultraman, Ninja Turtles. So yeah, so my son he's into the stuff that I'm into. That's why I'm like, I'm hearing you guys talk about this, like your dad, this need. I'm like, dude, I wish my kid does the same thing too, man. Like, I would love in the future of my kid to buy me like not a hot toy, but just in general, like a figure of something that he knows I like. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you guys are thinking about that for your father, like that's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah,
I never had my father was a piece of shit. My father was a piece of shit, so I don't have that option. But I want to set an example for my kids. So hopefully my kid in the future can do the same thing you guys are doing.
100%.
Sure, you appreciate
it. I think honestly, if you are so connected with your kids, I think at some point they'll realize that you have such a love for these things, and they want to appreciate you, and out of love, like, hey, look, Dad, I got you this figure just because I love you and stuff like that. So yeah, man. I mean, honestly, for me, I don't mind spending the $300-400 for this because it brings joy to me that I can give it to my dad. He can have that representation because, he looks at my collections like, oh, he's a Batman, Spider-Man, what else? And then when he sees Terminator, like, oh, Terminator,
all right, I get it now.
That's something. So yeah, honestly, the joy is just to see his face when I get him. Yeah. So yeah, no, it will happen with you for you one day. Don't worry, it will happen.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome though that you could share those things with your kids, and yeah, it's I don't know, definitely memorable stuff, right? Those moments with your folks.
Mm-hmm. Who here is old enough to remember the old school big screens? I know P-Rock should be up there with me. The old ones
with
that
the wheels
have
on them.
With the big bottom and everything, the big
ass big screens that had. Remember, it had the 3 colors. Was it red, green, and blue projectors that made they had the colors come together? Yes.
Yep.
That was how I watched T2 with my uncle originally. I'm right there with P-Rock. My pops was who the fuck knows where he was at. My uncle was my father figure growing up, and me, my baby brother, and my cousins. It was always the 5 of us. That's how we grew up. He always had the 5. Yep. They called us the Gem Brothers. And when he played this movie, I was like 9 or 10. Like I said, this is still my shit to this day. I just recently got it on 4K Blu-ray not too long ago. This shit was amazing. to see this on screen. So, but that's how far back I go. In early '90s, that big ass screen.
Mm-hmm. You had wheels. We had wheels in the bottom. You had to move it and everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
damn man, that's awesome though. Yeah, and
It's
like
just
that's the
probably in
cool
the
thing about
landfill
these-
somewhere right now.
But yeah, these figures, like, I mean, they could hit a range of emotions, right? It could be like a character you got no connection with, you just think's cool, versus like this character that you like, man, you see it and like takes you back to like, man, right when I was a kid watching this stuff. So, oh yeah, they're just awesome art pieces. So Jose Plus is saying Sideshow said the clean Arnold was all genuine leather. Okay,
Okay.
thanks for confirming,
Yeah,
fact
it was.
checker.
I guess except for the base.
Yeah, there you go. They gotta do some work on that base. Clinton Martin saying battle damage has the 2 sculpts and the whole arm, more looks and display options. Yeah, I think that's why that's kind of the one to have, honestly, if you got to do one. Moose is saying there's so many levels of leather. You need real leather. Beware of bullshit terms. Yeah, at this point, I don't know enough about leather, but at least Hot Toys is seeming to make the effort on some of the figures where they're showing us that they're going a bit more premium, which we've all been asking for. Clinton's asking, would you take the battle damage or clean with a bike if you had to pick? Ooh, okay, that's a good question. What do you guys think? Battle damage or clean with the bike?
I would say battle damage because the battle damage actually shows the exoskeleton
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't know he's a droid or synthetic and underneath there, like unless you have that battle damage.
That's true.
Without the battle
Yeah.
damage, he's like a regular human on the bike. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
all
on
the
the same
vehicles
boat.
I have, go ahead.
No, I was just I'm on the same boat with Croc, but go ahead, Colin.
I was just gonna say of all the vehicles I already have and all the motorcycle Batman bikes, I think I could pass this one and just have the battle damage. I could save the space on that one.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, the battle damage is just so iconic. And like you said, it's got the cyborg, it's got Arnold, it's got everything you could possibly want. Great question, though. Windman saying, KJ, never worry about KJ, never worry about having not seen classics because, like Blade, you can now experience some classics for the first time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
True,
there's still a list of things I need to go back. I just saw the first Blade Runner, but right when the Blade Runner 2049, I think that's the new one. Right before that came out, I saw it. Man, some really incredible films. So yeah, never too late to go back. Moose is saying,
Speaking of
give
Blade
me
Runner,
all
did you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go for it, bro.
Speaking of Blade Runner, you guys hear Ryan Gosling supposedly signed with a Star Wars movie or something like that?
Oh yeah, I saw that a
Yeah.
week ago, I think.
So I'm hoping that's a good sign.
I think that's kind of a desperation sign, and not like necessarily in a bad way, but they realize like, okay, we got to step our game up. We got to deliver really good movies with movie stars. Like we can't be fucking around. Like it's not just like we're just gonna roll anything out and then everyone's gonna pay all this money to see it. Like they got to actually try.
Good story.
Is that a Ray film happening still?
I think it is. Last I heard,
so,
but
right?
you know,
Okay.
these things kind of like they say, oh, it's still in development, and then they disappear. So I think it's still happening, but we'll see. I'm still believing that she's going to be training Grogu. We're going to pick up wherever
I hope
Grogu
so.
is as like a teenager or whatever like size he's going to be at that time, which would be a cool way to connect all the stories. I think like take the most popular stuff that's working and try to retcon the sequels a little bit. I personally enjoyed some of the sequels, but I know it's they don't get much love. Let's see. Moose is saying, give me all Terminator 1 or 2 figures. I take T3 female Terminator, F Salvation, and Dark Fate. I kind of like Salvation though. That's
I
the one
like
with Christian
Salvation.
Bale, right?
That's with Christian Bale. Yeah, I like that film.
Yeah, I kind of low key enjoyed that one, but I get it was different from the other ones. So.
I'm sure Moose wants the T3 with the enhanced breasts.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't know it. It's the cost
Yeah.
of taxes doing 3 different versions of Conan with silicone bodies and Rudy hair.
There you go, P-Rock. Okay.
Man. I'll definitely take
Yeah,
Conan.
Caustic. They do some cool stuff. Have you seen their work, P-Rock?
Yeah, I see some of the stuff they did recently. But nothing that caught my attention so far. But that Conan will catch my attention.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so when we see more, we'll have to share that. Striker 47 saying, to be honest, I don't know what was the point of this showcase as they showed everything that we already seen. The only thing that was great was the Riddler statue. Yeah, I haven't seen all this showcase. I think it was a pretty long showcase, but Yeah, I didn't see too many highlights. What do you think of the Riddler statue, Calvin?
I'm not feeling it, and I'm really disappointed that I don't like it. Maybe I don't know if it's the white lights. I don't know. There's just a lot of things I just not feeling about it. So I'm like, because at one point in time I was trying to get all the Rogues Gallery for the quarter scale statues from Sideshow, and now I'm like, I think I'm just gonna stick with the Clayface and the Batgirl, and when they drop that man bat sitting on top of the bat signal, I guess I'll go for those. And my business is named after Riddler. I just happen to have a bright green ass truck, so that just worked out on top of it. So I was really looking forward for that to work, but
So wait, I don't
it
mind the
didn't
white
happen.
eyes. What's the problem with the white eyes?
I don't know. It just doesn't. I just don't like it.
I don't mind the white.
Maybe
Is
it's
it in the
maybe it's the
comics?
aesthetic of how it's set up. I don't know. Like I said, I was excited when they had the reveal, and I was like, oh shit, Riddler, and I was like, I'm not really feeling it.
Interesting. Okay. I'm just realizing we put on no music. Let's change the vibe
Yeah.
a little bit.
I was looking around like, where'd that music come from?
Let me ask you guys in the panel. So if you guys could say, obviously for me it's Clayface. Who is your favorite Batman villain? Mine's Clayface. Clayface all the way.
I mean, after the Joker.
In general, if you can only have one, I guess after Joker, yeah, because you have to have Joker in your collection. So after Joker, who'll be the next villain you have to have in your collection for Batman?
So I'm just going back from when I was a kid in the action figures. I thought Scarecrow was always the coolest looking one, and like his powers to be able to like just get in Batman's mind. And I like the portrayal in Batman Begins too. But I can't say he's still my favorite. But growing up, I think that was the number one for me. But Clayface, dude, P-Rock, same. Clayface was always just such a cool villain, and just the coolest design too.
Calvin,
I think I'm right there with you with Clayface, because I'm like, everybody else had their strengths, but Clayface was just so dope. Not to mention how everything he was available to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, that's tough. I'm torn between Clayface and Bane because I watched the '90s TV series as a kid. So Clayface for me was one of my top favorite villains in that show with Kevin Conroy, one of the best voice actors. So man, I'm gonna say Clayface. Clayface is definitely up there for sure, man. Yeah.
Yes, I like you guys. I love Clayface. Dude, Clayface is my favorite, yo.
Hey, they're making a movie out of it next year.
I know. I'm so happy about that
So
shit. I
there
can't
you
wait.
go.
And he was on Creature Commandos at the end, man. Like, woo. I'm excited for this shit.
Is that a DCU film or is that a?
So
what
Creature Commandos supposedly is the first introduction to James Gunn's universe. So everything Creature Commandos is going to be canon to the whole DCU going forward. Supposedly,
Clayface.
Yeah, Clayface too. So supposedly all that stuff's gonna be canon, and then the characters you're gonna see in Creature Commandos supposedly are gonna be on live screen too.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Interesting.
Related to that, since we're talking Batman, I saw on Twitter that Rocksteady is going to be doing another Batman game.
Whoa!
They need to, man.
I know they didn't do Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League wasn't popular, but man, they got to go back to their roots because those games are so fucking good, man.
Yes, they were.
Listen, that game did not exist in my world. That game is, the way they did the Batman that game is, that's crazy. This is news to me. I had no idea.
I had no idea either. I'm with you, KG. I had no idea either.
But how could you do it without Kevin Conroy? That's
gonna be hard, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard to adjust, to be honest.
Dude,
I don't know.
When you first play a game and you walked into Arkham the first time, they show Killer Croc coming out from the elevator and everything.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, the lighting and everything was. And this is console, not PC. Console.
Yeah.
I can only imagine on PC, but still, like the effects and the visual effects in that game, just the voice acting, the detective work you actually use in that game. You really are Batman in that game, man.
Yeah, to me,
it felt like. Oh, go ahead, KG.
No, go ahead, Marco. Go ahead. I'll finish that.
I was just gonna quickly say it felt like the animated series like kind of elevated, right? Like a even more mature take in 3D. But go ahead, KG.
Yeah, no, I guess a close second would be the Arkham Origins guy. The guy who voiced Origins. He's a really good voice actor too. So if he's gonna be in this game, I don't mind. But my first like experience with Batman was Kevin Conroy and Christian Bale, those two. But Kevin Conroy, man, there's something about his voice that just, it's like when I think about it, I think of Kevin Conroy. It's just that voice is just, it
strikes you right away. You hear it, you know right away.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I just know when he says, "I am Batman, I'm vengeance." Oh man, I'm over it. That's over. Game over. Man.
Yeah, that's such a tough loss, man. He is Batman, and I feel like there's enough talented voice actors that could come in and do kind of like a facsimile of him, right? Like pay homage to his version, and maybe put a spin on it.
Do you guys think? Well, I mean, they did the same thing with James Earl Jones and Kenobi. It wasn't James Earl Jones; it was an AI of James Earl Jones. I think I read
because they bought the rights. They bought the rights off James Earl. Yep.
That's what it is. Yeah. So do you guys think they would do the same thing with Conroy with this game? Hey, what's up, JB?
Hey, yeah, why is my little boy growing up so fast?
I haven't seen JB in a minute.
I feel like they could theoretically, but I forget the voice actor's name, but he was Joel from The Last of Us, right? He's been like a lot of things. Because I think he played Joker, though. I think he did like a. So I think he can probably do like any voice that you really need him to without sounding.
He recently did Indiana Jones without, which I thought sounded just like Harrison Ford, you know. So he could. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Troy Baker, Troy Baker.
As well. Yeah, Troy Baker. There it is. Yep. So yeah, I mean, possibly for sure. Why not? But this is exciting, man. I'm excited. I've been a huge fan of the Arkham game since 2009 when I first played it. So can't wait.
Let me add this. So do yourselves a favor. It was several years before he passed, but Kevin did a live read where he was going back and forth between Bruce's voice and Batman's voice while being videoed. It was on IG Live at the time, but I'm sure it's got to be somewhere on YouTube if you look it up. But it was just amazing just to see him go back and forth with the voices live. It was dope.
Yeah, I saw that video. I saw that live. That was crazy. Yeah, that was amazing.
Damn, I gotta check that out. But
you don't realize how much you miss him, man, until you watch other cartoons and you notice it's not his voice. Because I watched recently, there's like a Doomsday one on Max, and wasn't his voice. Yeah. It felt weird. Like I was like, oh, what the fuck? It felt weird.
Yeah. I just watched Mask of the Phantasm again, and I was.
That's so my shit. Yeah.
Mask of the Phantasm is just top 5 best Batman films of all time. It's so good.
Jensen Ackles, that's the name, right? Who played the wannabe Cap from The Boys?
Yeah, he's a good Batman voice too.
He did a good Batman voice. I liked his.
Yeah, Marco, thanks for sharing. I made my day, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I made my day to tell this. So.
Yeah, hopefully it's not 5 years away. Hopefully it's going to be like PS5 and not PS6. But yeah, it's good to know that they're working on it because give us what we want. That's what we've just been saying.
It's still Rocksteady, right? It's still Rocksteady Studios.
Still Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
Whatever happened with the Wolverine game? I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, the Wolverine game. That's right.
So I'm sure you guys heard that there was a leaked and someone hacked into their systems and they were basically what's it called? I think they're blackmailing them. I think they're saying, oh, if you don't, we'll share this out, but you can give us this much amount of money, and we'll go and share it. So I think it was leaked, and now I think it's being postponed to 2027. I think. I think it's being. I could be wrong, but that's the latest recent news I heard about it. So
yeah, I think they're going to crush it, though. They've done so well with the Spider-Man games, even like Ratchet and Clank, which is not like necessarily one of my go-tos. Those games are so great, too. So whatever they do, they're going to crush it.
100%.
Since we're talking video games, I want to share something that I came across, and apologies because I don't have this person whose photo it is. I don't have a credit for them, but this is a hell of a video game collection right here. So as someone who just got that Uncharted figure, like I was saying, incredible, but the rest of these, like that Jin Sakai, I know Dan has that, and I'm bummed I missed out. That the Kratos I missed out as well. I think he's still maybe going to go back up on kit. But anyone have any of these? Any other
who's
characters?
The one on the far right? Who's the far right?
That's Joel from Last of Us.
Okay, yeah, couldn't tell. All right, so you got Joel twice in a way, kind of. You have Uncharted, and then you have.
I haven't played the Jin Sakai game. Is it good? I have not played the game. so I
Really
wouldn't
good,
know.
bro. Actually, like
Yeah.
if you like the Sony first party stuff, for me, I was like, I beat it. I don't beat a ton of games, but like it was really compelling. Good
Yeah, it was
story,
good.
gameplay was incredible.
Good
Um,
visuals too.
Yeah.
Great
The,
visual.
the whole leaves falling, and then not only that, the climate changes and everything.
Man, I gotta say that Nathan Drake figure came out amazing. I was shocked that was the final product. I was like, "There's no way."
And that's
There's
an
no
official.
way.
It's not bootleg. It's official, right? Like, it's not
I
third
think
party. It's
so.
official.
It's bootleg.
Oh, it's bootleg.
No, but
Well,
because on the thing it says usually bootleg says like fake names. It actually
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
Uncharted.
It says Uncharted. Like everything about it, even the quality of it. If you didn't know it was third party, you would swear that it was a licensed figure.
Oh
but
shit!
yeah, I'm like 90% sure it's unlicensed, which is like Sony, give Limb Toys all your licenses. Like let
Yes.
them make your figures in a mass produced way, because they like obviously have like a lot of love for the property. If they delivered Red Dead and Uncharted figures, this high quality, and give them Snake, give them Kratos, like let them cook.
I'm really disappointed they didn't pick up that God or Kratos. God of Kratos is.
See, I'm looking at third party figures, so it's like it's hard for me to buy these, but that Kratos man looks so damn good.
I'm still holding out because I know Mondo did a Kratos. I thought about picking
It's
that
not
one
that
up.
good. The bear's not good.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. But someone's got to do a licensed Kratos
Yes.
and do it right? Like aside from Mondo, but like someone's got to do it real right. Why not Hot Toys though? Like you were saying, KG, with that Bane body, give us that freaking Bane
Oh,
body.
man. With that Bane bar, they can do a lot of figures. From Drax, you just mentioned Kratos now. It's possible. They could do it.
They got it, man.
I remember Kratos too. He has a lot of tattoos, so that's gonna be tricky too. I mean, is option available on silicone bodies to have tattoos on there? I've seen with TB League and everything, so it's possible. But maybe that's an issue right there. I'm not sure.
Even Hot Toys recently though, those what was it, Arcane figures?
Yeah.
Doesn't one of the figures she
Yeah.
she has
V.
like V, yeah, right? So she's got like seamless and tattoos. So I'm feeling like they're figuring a way to do it. Give us a freaking Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will at some point. I mean, look, I think they're running out of ideas at some point. They're going to run out of ideas at some point. They're going to go jump into the video game line. So it's going to come at some point.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm hoping so, because they're doing a lot of interesting properties. Obviously, they're doing these Kamen Rider or Kamen Rider, which we're not even going to touch on. But if they're going into that, like, man, work with Sony, and obviously their film division, they're trying to expand their properties to be beyond video games. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Speaking of other properties, I'm sure you guys saw this announcement from Hot Toys. And I want to know which version of the character you would want from 007, because this is another one where it's like, man, I've been asking. Like, I almost thought about getting the third party. I think 11 did the Daniel Craig sculpt and the body, and almost picked that up. But I was like, they're gonna do a license one of these. What do you guys think?
So I'm gonna feel like KG right here. Sorry, KG, to use an example, but
Go for it.
I've never really seen 007 movies. I've seen a few of them. Didn't catch my attention, so I'm not a big 007 fan. Maybe because I have not seen the content so much, but I may have seen one 007 with Daniel Craig. It didn't. The one with Daniel Craig and Halle Berry. I'm not sure which one that one was.
That was Daniel Craig, right? That was Pierce Brosnan.
Or whatever. The one with Halle Berry and Pierce Brosnan, I guess. Yeah. So the one Halle Berry, I remember hearing about it. Halle Berry, obviously. It just, I don't know. 007 never catch, other than GoldenEye, the video game, it never caught my attention.
Okay, so you
this
were
is
like the reboot, the Daniel Craig stuff was just not. You weren't feeling it.
It just never. Maybe I need to go back and watch it, but I don't know. 007 never, like, other than GoldenEye, 007 never caught my attention. So, like, this is a IP that I could probably pass on. Maybe if I go back and watch the movies, and then maybe I change my mind. But now going forward, I've heard rumors that fucking Henry Cavill is gonna be the next 007. So if that's true, I love Henry Cavill. I do love him. So if the next movie is Henry Cavill with in 007, it's awesome. If they do that, then maybe I'll dive into that. But the past stuff I never really watched. So maybe I'm missing out. Please tell me in the chat. Maybe you guys in the panel. Are they good? Should I go back and watch them? And if I go back and watch them, which ones should I watch?
I think they're a little hit and miss in terms of quality of films. But KG, what do you think? Have you seen a lot of them?
Yeah, I'm on the same boat with
Henry
Brock, to be honest.
Cavill.
I have not seen any of these films. Even the old ones, with Daniel Craig, I have not seen them. But like I said before, this is exciting because they're doing something outside their comfort zone, which I think they should really get used to. Because, look, like I said, it's great to have Marvel, Star Wars, and DC. It's great to have that reassurance, but having something like this is definitely great. I think it's a new way of because I don't think there has been any 007 licensed products of 1/6 scale, no. So, it's most likely if it's gonna be, it's gonna be a guy with a suit. Mm-hmm. I don't know how enticing that is for most collectors. I have not seen this film, so I probably can't say much about it. But yeah, it's exciting for fans that are fans of 007. But for me personally, I think this is going to be a pass. So, yeah.
Okay. One thing to add real quick. 007 is known for the Bond girl. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping, if this is the case, maybe this is going to be the perfect example for Hot Toys to step up on their female character. I always feel like Hot Toys is like limited on the female characters. Like the female characters, their body is not as voluptuous as it should be. So maybe if Hot Toys does touch this line and we finally get Halle Berry is thick, man, like all around, man. Like, so hopefully we get a nice figure that's like voluptuous all around, man. So that's the only thing, because when I think of Bond, I think of the Bond girls. The Bond girls are always bad as hell, man. Like they always pick the top of the line females to play the Bond girls. So like hopefully the figures, if they give us Bond, they should give us the females too.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any Bond girls that stick out as figure worthy.
Halle Berry obviously won, man. I would love to have a Halle Berry figure.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, she deserves maybe a Catwoman. You know what? Honestly, give us a Halle Berry Catwoman because, listen, they're already doing all the other Batman like films. Like, there's nostalgia for that Halle Berry Catwoman at some point here. So, give us that version. Yeah. So really quickly, Jose Plus is asking, Marco, you're not touching on the JazzInc updates. Jose, I tried to find those pictures earlier. I don't think I'm in that group. I was hoping you'd be on, so we may keep those updates for the next time because I'm not the JazzInc expert here. But, really, they're doing some cool stuff. So, yeah, let's see. Jose is saying Ana de Armas was in the last Bond. Yeah, I think she, so beautiful that she's so ugly she's beautiful.
Yeah, pussy galore. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, dude, that's the benefit of Bond. Like when you play a Bond character, you for sure you're gonna get the baddest girls playing the Bond girls, man. Like you're gonna get the baddest chicks.
There you go. So Calvin, you've seen.
I'd have to wait. I haven't seen all of them, but I have seen a good portion of them over the decades because there's been 5 or 6 different Bonds over the years. Sean Connery to me is still by far the dopest. He was the smoothest dude on the silver screen. My mom was a huge fan of that dude back in the day. I'd like to see who their portrayal of the character is before I ever decide to move forward. But it's exciting that it's a new IP.
Yeah, honestly, and such a popular one too. So you guys were asking where would you start with the Bond films? I'm not as familiar with the older Bond films. Obviously grew up with Pierce Brosnan, and those were just okay. But I feel like with the Daniel Craig films, they actually had some really 2 incredible ones. So Casino Royale, which is the first one that he's in,
I've heard
that's an incredible film, honestly, like just so well done. And then Skyfall was really good. But then, like I think it was Quantum of Solace and Spectre were just okay. Like they're worth seeing, but just okay. And then No Time to Die was like a good wrap up, but it definitely wasn't like Casino Royale or Skyfall. So
okay, I gotta revisit those.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. Thanks, Marco. I have to watch Casino Royale first. Between the two, would you prefer Casino Royale first before The other
Yeah,
one?
because I would say go to that one because that's the first one that Daniel Craig is in, right? So that's kind of the reboot, and it's just a really dang good film. So like if you're feeling that one, then I would say like continue on with the rest of the films. But yeah, it's that's probably the version that I would want. I know people are saying Sean Connery and they'd want some of the older ones, but I feel like Daniel Craig just brought like a physicality to the role that was just really interesting. And it was kind of like almost like a Batman Begins type of like when they were doing all of these gritty reboots. And so it shouldn't have worked as well as it ended up working, in my opinion. Oh, we saw it. You almost had it. Go for it.
I'll get refill. Be right back.
Oh, man. All right, so let's jump to another topic here. Let's see. So KG, how's the collecting coming along? I know you were kind of like, you got your 2 different collections. You were maybe slowing down a little bit. Are you kind of full steam ahead? Are you being extra selective these days? Where are you at?
Man, so yeah, my situation at the moment is I'm still collecting, obviously, but I actually moved all those figures from that one location back to the location I'm right now. So
Okay.
everything is all at one, at one place. So it's honestly it's for the better because just going to different locations just wasn't it. So I felt like, you know what, having all at once is better than having it separate. So, at the moment, I would say compared to my previous years, I will say I'm very selective now, considering what's going on with the United States, with the tariffs and stuff, future, so I'm gonna be very, very selective. Right now on my pre-order list, I'm only picking out things that I really need, something that really speaks to me. I used to collect I still have them, but I'm not gonna do them anymore. Like buying clones or stormtroopers. Like I just can't afford having $200 of an or $300 for each of those stormtroopers and just have them as like companion pieces. I just can't afford it at the moment. So I like what you're going. I love the collection. I wish I can do that one figure each shelf, Marco. I mean, now I just have a lot of them. The point where I just can't fit, one figure per shelf. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm slowly but surely selling. Thing is, I'm never satisfied with my collection. It's always going to be curated. Things are going to leave the collection. Things are going to come back to the collection. So when I say I'm done, I'm not really done, So there's something that's going to leave the collection, going to come back. But so far, I will say it's steady. I would say I'm steadier than the previous years for sure. So, yeah.
Okay, good to hear, man. Yeah. Glad that you're kicking around a little more often these days, and you're still collecting. And yeah, man, I guess there's always ebbs and flows. Other life priorities get in the way, and it's cool that
I was talking to Riley the other day, and I was saying, like, where have you been, bro? And he's just like anyone else. I think he's like, I'm in school and work, and that's how I am at the moment. As far as content making, and he's doing an incredible job, right? I always respect him with the amount of content he puts out. So yeah, I mean, just life's always a priority. So having a chance to come on and you invited me is a once in a lifetime. So I really appreciate it.
Oh man, no, we appreciate you hanging out, man. It's always good to get updates, and I think the cool thing about being in the community for a little while now, right? Like since pandemic days, it's like we just people like you said, Riley, people kind of come and go and come back in, and it's always cool to have that constant where we can catch up and just talk figures. So
yeah, and it's always it's a great way to escape. I mean, it's a great way to escape with a bunch of people that we know, and so. It's a great way to really leave all the things in the world that we have problems and come back to a place where we feel safe, So
yeah, that's how it should be, right? It should be our sanctuary. It should be the place to distract ourselves from all the other bullshit going on. So
100%.
That's when it's definitely at its best. Calvin, how about you, man? Or if you're available to chat, how's the collecting? I know you said you prefer to get things last.
Sorry, walking in the door. Just walking in the door, so my bad. But no, space management is where I'm at the moment. So I'm kind of moving stuff around. I got 6 new monkey cases.
Okay, I was just gonna ask. Okay, 6. And what class of module cases?
DFs. Sticking with the DFs. I got 1 DF20 and 4 60s, and then I found a local guy in Orange County who was selling another 120. So
Oh wow. Okay.
2 120s down, and now I need to get my 60s put together.
So where are these going? Are they going where the statues were, or how are you reconfiguring the room?
Kind of incorporating it all together, but some statues are getting moved out because now I'm just using vertical space with the mod cases. So like I want to get the X01 in, I want to get the DeLorean in case. So I'm really trying to get my vehicles taken care of as well as my 89. So that's my goal right now, making sure all those are in case.
Awesome, man. Okay. That's, you know, the stuff is annoying and it's expensive, but I think that's one of the most fun parts of the hobby is just like figuring out cool ways to display and reconfiguring the display. And I know my stuff's all torn apart right now because I got another module case to build on this side of me over here. And so, yeah, always evolving, always trying to figure out ways to sneak a few more figures into the into the display. P-Rock, how about you, man? Where you at in terms of collecting? Are you slowing down a little bit? Are you getting any new cases? I know you're saying you want to get module cases eventually.
Yeah, so I'm currently saving for cases, but I've been coming back more on that 1/6 scale stuff because I feel like when I dipped into the 1/6 scale stuff, like the Hot Toy stuff, I've been denying my Berserk and Godzilla stuff, which is like the centerpiece of my collection. Like my centerpiece is always Godzilla and Berserk. Those are like the two lines I love to the end of the world, and I need to keep collecting. So like when I start collecting Hot Toys, I kind of like put my Godzilla and Berserk stuff on the third, like the back seat and stuff. So now the fact that like what got me was the fact that I can display my Godzilla stuff without having being behind glass and easily clean up, dust off and stuff like that. But then my Hot Toy figures, like my 1/6 scale figures, are different because the fabrics and stuff like that, it's not as easy to dust off and clean off and everything like that. So because of that, I'm limited on my display space of figures behind glass or behind some kind of like acrylic whatnot. So because of my limited space on that portion, I went back more to my Berserk and Godzilla stuff, but I've been saving up for my module cases so I can finally have my 1/6 scale stuff that's soft goods on them, displayed behind glass, not have to worry about dusting them all the time and stuff like that. So currently, that's why, like you said, Marco, like I'm working on not my collection, but like my display. So I'm saving up. I've been doing measurements and stuff like that to kind of see like the best spectrum I can have for my display showcase going on. And then once I get the display going on, then from there I can just start filling in with figures going forward from there, and then transition like my 1/12 scale figures to my DTOFs. And then as I move my 1/6 scale figures from the DTOFs to the module cases. So currently I've been holding back on buying figures, only getting figures I have to have just to save up for my actual displays. Like, because it hurts me. It hurts me when I kept buying figures. I buy the figure, do the review, and then put them right back in the box and let them sit in the closet for like months, and then never display them. I'm like, that shit started bothering me after a while. So like now, I need to get to the point where once I do reviews on them or once I open them, I can put them in display. So that's what I'm working on currently. Is just a better display for my figures.
Love it. Yeah, it's definitely worth the trade-off to be like, okay, I'm gonna maybe forego a figure or two and invest in the display, because yeah, once you have them up how you want them, it just feels so good. It's just so satisfying to look at them like, okay, this is my little art gallery over here. So yeah, it sounds like we're all work in progress right now. And I know I've been wanting to get back over here. Like I said, I've got this module case that I've been meaning to build for a few weeks, but life gets in the way, and then shit, before you know it, it's like, all right, it's been a minute. So let us know in the chat where everyone else is as well. Jose saying, I sent you a video if you did want to touch on it, Marco. The interesting part to me was that they announced they got the official license to do Arnold, Mr. Freeze, and Uma Thurman Poison Ivy. Okay,
Whoa.
Let's pull this up.
I heard about that. JazzInc. They
this
supposedly showed some pictures of Superman. Yeah, they showed a picture of a Superman recently.
Well, those what's it called? George Clooney figures are probably gonna sell out probably once those figures come out. Who knows? Maybe Hot Toys might do them now that JazzInc has the license for them.
Big Grip say bacon. Calvin, are you cooking bacon over there? It sounds like it.
Goddamn, you heard bacon from the fridge?
Yeah,
Goddamn.
yeah. He said, Big Grip say, you making bacon over there, Calvin? Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm about to make homemade burgers and fries.
Ooh.
Damn, he heard bacon from the fridge. God damn, that's a good ear.
All right, let's see what Yost has cooking over here. So he put out a video. It's 23 minutes long, so we're probably going to skip around a little bit. Like I said, I'm not the JazzInc expert, but since Calvin's over here, we can get his updates. Okay, so here's the list right here. Okay.
Yost got
All right,
some
so here's the
bamboos
subjects
going on there.
of the video. We got. Let's go nice and slow. So he's got next 1966 project, 1966 Bat Cave, BVS Bat Computer. Okay, that's tempting right there. 92 Danny DeVito Penguin update, 92 Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman update, animated Batman update, status of the animated series Batmobile, update on the 66 Bat Cycle. They're doing a lot of fucking projects. A diecast Tumblr update. That'll be tempting as
That's a lot
well.
of money right there.
You're doing a Tumblr? Wow.
Diecast.
Star Wars update, 1689 Batwing update, 11289 Batwing update, status of the 1968 Batmobile, status of the 1989 Batmobile, 1997 Uma Thurman Poison Ivy, 1966 Julie Newmar Catwoman Signature Edition, up close look at our showroom. All right, so let's go to that Poison Ivy. I think that's the one I'm probably most interested in. Let's see as we skim along here. Okay, so there's the 66 Bat Computer. That's cool. That's definitely very niche and not going to be for everybody, but that's dope that they're actually doing stuff like that. All right, so let's see what else. Oh, so this is the Bat Cave here. Okay. All right, let's see. Give me that Uma Thurman. Okay, so this is the BVS Bat Computer. Shit. We need that version of the Flash too. Who made that? Like Flashpoint Studios?
I cannot wait for this computer to come in. It was actually supposed to be shipping out at the end of January. He pushed it back to end of May, I believe.
Okay.
But this thing looks amazing.
How much is that again for it? What's the price point?
14 or 15.
Sheesh.
I mean, he's been working on this for 5 years now. I've paid it off, canceled it, and ordered it again.
Yeah, it looks incredible. Wow. But okay, so 14 or 15. Man.
So are the screens static, or you can upload whatever you want on the screens, or?
I believe you can upload your own images. I'm sure he comes with images, but I'm sure if you want to change them, I believe you can change them. But because the reason I ended up letting it go to begin with, because I didn't think he was ever going to get it right, because he was working on trying to get the images to work the way they work now, and he couldn't figure it out for a while, but they finally figured it out.
This DeVito is looking pretty dope though. Hold on.
Yeah,
we
it does
missed
look
this
good.
part here, but let's see. He was showing the sculpt. Damn it, hold on. Where we at? Oh, there it is. Okay. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
He's doing good stuff. I do worry about Hot Toys going there, but maybe, Warner Brothers is licensed. Frank right here. That's incredible.
Oh, Jose saying they showed the Batman Animated Series prototype, so I want to see that shit.
All right, let's see.
Figure wise. That's one thing I was curious about. Like, I want to see what their figures gonna look like for the Batman Animated Series.
So here's the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman update.
Ooh, I see boobs.
Showing the custom body. Okay. That one's coming along. Okay, interested to see more. Okay, so there's the animated Batman. So P-Rock, you said you would be interested in getting this.
Because Batman anime series to me is like that's my jam right there, man. That's what I grew up with, growing up and stuff. Like that's my Batman right there. So I don't see. All right, I see a little bit there. I got the chin going on, so that's good.
It actually looks pretty cool though. Like if he can pull this off, and I'm more confident in him doing an animated than I am, the
Live
true to life
action.
figures. It's pretty dope. What's your tap out price on this one though? Like if it's $350,
dude, I like since I started buying statues, like it's gotten to the point where like I refuse to spend anything above $400 for a figure. Cause like I feel like $400 for a figure, I could say that up for like a Prime 1 statue. So it's like it like $300-$400 like my price point. Anything above 400 for one figure, I'm like I don't know about that. So I see the Batman anime series Batmobile right there.
Moose is saying the Batman Warner Brother product will be blocked for U.S. distribution. Okay, so they don't have the license for U.S. distribution. I'm sure you could probably order it on Kit or something.
Which Batman are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a good question, Moose. Tell us, since we're not listening to the audio here. But yeah, look at the Batmobile's looking dope. And Calvin, you were saying you were considering this animated series Batmobile?
I think he's muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
There you go.
It depends on. I want to see that paint job. That's gonna be my last judgment on it. But everything I'm seeing so far looks really good. That only means I need another damn magic case.
yeah. Escalations always work. Okay, here's a diecast tumbler. Okay, all right, Jose, give us the cliff notes because we're not listening to the volume right now. So, but looks like he's got the correct reference pictures. KG, where's Dark Knight sit in terms of films for you?
Dark Knight is as far as a trilogy or as just in general.
Yeah, the trilogy.
Oh, it's number one for me. Dark Knight trilogy is number one. I mean, it's one of the best, Batman trilogies of all. I mean, I think it's the only Batman trilogy we have at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would go to a vehicle. I don't know if I can do vehicle, to be honest. I mean, it's the fact that it's going to be a diecast is what's going to make it very expensive, I think. I think what the Hot Toys one was, $540, $530, something like that. It was going for that price, I believe. So, I don't know. If I do get it, I have to get a magic case at that point. I don't know, because it's very enticing. And I'm sure it's for you too, Mark. I mean, the fact that it's also diecast makes it very appealing because it's going to be heavy,
I got my
too.
Hot Toys. It's going to be heavy as shit. And I got my Hot Toys tumbler here. It's a nice piece, but yeah, could use improvement for sure.
I mean, I would love to... Go ahead, Tom.
Can you guys hear me? Because you guys are coming through a little jumbled on my end.
Yeah, we can hear you.
If you don't do JazzInc stuff, then stick to Hot Toys because my Hot Toys tumbler is massively undersized in comparison to everything else I have. It looks dwarfed compared to the rest of my vehicles, and so which has me like, damn, do I need to upgrade that? Because that shit looks like a shrimp compared to the rest of the vehicles in the collection. And I know that thing's supposed to be a tank. I don't want it to be. That's the problem. I really don't want it to be. But if it comes out looking like, I don't know. I'll deal with that problem later date. But I'm just saying, as of now, in comparison, you can see the difference.
Yeah, I could see that because it is very undersized. Just the Batman looks really big in it. But I mean, for just a little display piece on my shelf, it looks good enough. All right, this Uma Thurman's looking pretty good.
Ooh. Now, Marco, if you're gonna get this, will you get the George Clooney and Robin characters?
I think that's the cutoff for me, honestly, because I have the Val Kilmer and I've got that Robin from Batman Forever, and I think that was probably a stretch for me even then. So I don't know that I need George Clooney, and I like that Robin, but I don't know that I need this Uma Thurman and the Bane. But how about you? Would you consider any of those?
I thought you were gonna pick up the Poison Ivy. That's why I thought maybe I heard you said you were interested in the the 40s, but I guess maybe not.
Yeah, interested in seeing it, but less so like actually picking it up.
Got you. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I don't know. I think those films were great. I mean, no, they weren't great, obviously, but I mean, they were corny popcorn films. I recently just watched that film, and it was hard to watch, to be honest. I mean, the dialogue was just so hard to read and but yeah, I mean, they look great, but it's just gonna be a pass for me for sure. It's I gotta draw the line somewhere when it comes to Batman.
Yeah, man. Too much shit coming out.
Yeah.
Definitely got to draw the line. Okay, so that's a Julie Newmar up close look at their showroom. You know, JazzInc just does incredible pieces. I just think I'm not necessarily the market at this time. Maybe my collecting will evolve someday to be like, all right, I'm going to do these large, incredible pieces. But I don't know. I like the figures and a few vehicles and set pieces here and there, but to do like $1,500, $2,000 vehicles is not necessarily my jam at this time.
It takes up a lot of real estate. A lot of real estate.
A lot of
Trust me, don't I know it.
But they're beautiful, man. They're incredible pieces. Nicolio is saying, if Hot Toys won't, I'd love for JazzInc to try to make Alicia Silverstone Batgirl. They got to do that, honestly, Nicolio. They're doing everyone else, right? They're doing Batman and Robin. I feel like they're gonna make her at some point, but could be wrong. And thanks for joining us, by the way. Jose is saying they're doing the regular Begins one and the 2 camo versions. Oh, okay, of the Tumbler. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, well, looks like JazzInc continues to crush it. Like I said, I'm still a little skeptical of their figure line, but I'm rooting for them. I think the more competition, the better. Bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry, seasoning up the meat. Sorry, I'm sneezing all over the place right here.
What'd you say you were doing? Seasoning the meat?
Yeah.
Some fries.
Someone clip this, please. It's too good right now.
Hey, you guys missed the segment on grinders with P-Rock a couple hours ago. I'm sitting here rolling up patties, and I'm like, I feel like I got meatballs in my head.
Man, guys, so we've gone for a little over 2 hours now. It's been a slow news week right now with the Lunar New Year. I think we'll probably wrap unless anyone's got any other pressing topics they want to discuss.
Fantastic Four, if you guys want to talk about it for a little bit.
Oh, that trailer, yeah, that's a pretty cool trailer.
Okay, yeah. Good call. Let me pull that up real quick.
The trailer was dope, not the launch.
I like so far that it's comic accurate, at least for the thing so far. So I like that.
Yeah.
The launch was some bullshit. They told us 4 a.m. I was up at 4 a.m. for work. That shit. Then it was like countdown for another hour. I'm like, you fuckers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get to see it until later that day, unfortunately.
Yeah. So they did the countdown for an hour, then another 15 minutes on top of that, then did a whole like little mini interview with the cast. We're all like, just play the goddamn trailer.
I'm an Oscar Isaac fan, man, but I don't know how he's gonna do it. I'm still on the fence with him as freaking Reed Richards, man.
I was on the fence too, P-Rock. I'm not gonna lie, but after watching this, I think he could do a good Reed Richards. It's a different interpretation of Reed Richards. I mean, he had a different look, and comic books with a beard and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that Pedro Pascal was gonna was casted as Reed, I'm like, this guy is in everything. He's Gladiator, Last of Us.
Everyone's burnt out on him. He's
a
good actor though. Like he's just really good at playing solid.
100% he is. I mean, I know that the old Fantastic Four films get a huge slack. I love those films. I think it's because of nostalgia factor. I love watching those films. And they were good at the time. But after watching this trailer, it gives me such good hopes that this film will. It would be at least mid. It won't be lower. Just judging by looking at the trailer, looking at the scenes, I think this will be up mid or above. I think it's going to do so well, in my opinion. I mean, watching the Thing was probably one of the best parts of the trailer. I think it just looks just like in the comics. I mean, I didn't have a huge problem with the thing in the old films.
Yeah.
But I think comic book accurate, that's where I fall in love with. I mean, it looks just like him. People were saying, "Oh, the voice didn't like the voice that much." I'm like, bro, come on. I mean,
His cousin, bro. He's such a good pick. I don't know if you guys have seen the bear, but
okay. So I'm so glad Marco brought that up because I was going to ask. I loved it for him to say, "Oh, I'm just going to add a little garlic, add a little zip," and I was like, "Come on, man, that's cousin."
Perfect.
They knew what they were doing.
Well, the question is, I think for any of you guys, if this movie does well, will you guys pick up the whole?
Dude, I will pick up the whole group. The Fantastic Four, all four of them.
All four.
Not only that, I'm curious. My thing is too. The trailer shows Galactus. Would we get a Galactus figure? It'll be hard to get a Galactus figure. I don't think we'll ever get a Galactus figure. No.
If anything, diorama piece. That's it.
Yeah, maybe diorama piece.
But since this is, the Fantastic Four, do you think they'll do their first 4-pack? That's the thing. They could do a 4-pack.
Nah, I think that's something individually. I think they'll do it individually.
I don't think they'll ever do a 4-pack.
Yeah, I think they'll do it.
I think the sticker shock on that would be like, nah. Whereas you could be like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna get this one and this one and this one. Like, okay, now it's $3,000. But I like where your head's at though.
Yeah, but no, I'm excited for it. I think it's. I don't know, man, because part of me wants to pick it up, but we have Secret Wars and Doomsday coming in. I'm not gonna have different Fantastic Fours. You know what I mean? I just want one definitive look. So I don't know. It's gonna be
they're gonna evolve, right? That's gonna be the first issue, and then you're gonna have to get all 4 again if you really want it.
Yeah.
I feel like Vanessa Kirby though. All right, Jessica Alba, all time. Hard to replace it, man. But
I might just side by side the other day. I'm sorry. I'm like, Jessica still got you. I'm sorry, baby. Sorry, Kirby.
Listen,
she
still got her.
nice, but Jessica was bad.
You can't beat Jessica, unfortunately.
You can't. But she's coming. As close, I think, as someone could, and at least she looks different, right? Like it's a different.
And she had that little Latina status to her too. Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're not.
Big rib. The street
rib. That's disgusting, man. That's nasty.
He called it
bacon is disgusting. Hey,
I don't eat bacon.
Hey, you've eaten plenty of other nasty shit, so leave my bacon alone.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Exactly. Leave my bacon alone. You've eaten plenty of other pork.
Moose is saying, I have the HasLab Galactus. I'm good. Okay, so P-Rock, I don't want to completely hand wave your concept because you know how Hot Toys did like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Right. So like they've done like really large showpieces. I could see a Power Pose Galactus if this film like went crazy and people just love that.
So the one thing I know a lot of people are complaining about the whole, which I'm one. I've complained about the whole fact that Silver Surfer is gonna be female, but what I'm trying to think is maybe because obviously it's hinting that this Fantastic Four universe is like a whole different universe. So maybe during this universe, Galactus they hinted Galactus, so maybe Galactus takes over, like he eats this planet, and he has the female Silver Surfer for this universe only. And then when the Fantastic Four actually goes into the MCU universe, and Galactus follows them or whatever, whatnot, then we're gonna have the Norman Rad, the male Silver Surfer. For that, I'm hoping that's where they're gonna go, because my thing is that I don't mind the whole gender swap stuff, but my thing is Silver Surfer is Norman Rad. I know those are female Silver Surfer, but the first Silver Surfer was always Norman Rad. Norman Rad was the first Silver Surfer. You had Nova and Silver Surfer. Those are the first of Galactus' heralds or whatnot. I understand other universes had something different, and that's the route I'm hoping they're going with, because I'm not a fan of the female Silver Surfer. I'm not a fan of that because there was a female Silver Surfer in the comics, but she didn't live that long. Mm-hmm. The only Silver Surfer in the comics that was really known and stable in the MCU or comic universe was Norman Rad as Silver Surfer. So I'm hoping like if they do the female, the rumors is gonna be a female Silver Surfer. If that's the case, please have her in this universe, and then when the Fantastic Four goes into the MCU universe, obviously she dies out or something happens or whatnot, but it has to be the male Silver Surfer Norman Rad. It has to be.
Yeah.
Because Galactus is known to have Silver Surfer and Nova with him. Those two right there. You have male and female already. Why are you going to create a whole new character and make him a female and have
Marco,
Nova
please
too?
hold me. Sorry, big mouth down
yeah,
here.
I got you. I got you.
It makes no sense. So I'm just. That's the thing I'm worried about the most. Like, because Disney nowadays they want to change genders and they want to do other stuff. I'm more comic accurate. I love the comic because my thing is like, all right, I understand you want to change gender, you want to change this and this, but there's other characters to do that for.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to change known characters for change your sex or the gender in general. Like, do that for other characters because there's other characters out there that you could do that for. Silver Surfer has to be Norman Rad. It cannot be a female. Going forward, like if they're gonna continue like Galactus in the storyline. So we'll see, but I'm intrigued. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna keep an eye for it. I'm gonna support it. But if Silver Surfer is gonna be female going forward, I don't know if I can do that, man. I need Norman Rad, man. Like I like comics. I'm always comic accurate. I need Norman Rad.
I think
Yeah,
Silver Surfer's too iconic. Sorry, KG, really quick. I just think he's too
Yeah, go
iconic
ahead, go
for
ahead.
them not to give us the OG version, right? I think it's
Mhm.
coming. I think this is just maybe for this film. That would be my hope because I agree. Not even as a huge comic fan, loved Silver Surfer, the design. I had like action figures. Like I want to see that
Yeah,
comic
man.
accurate Silver Surfer on the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you both. I mean, at first I was really against the idea of another gender swap. I was like, come on. And then I read the comics. I was like, okay. But to me, Norman Rad is Silver Surfer. Like that's what I grew up with. I was, Rise is unfortunately I know a lot of people on it, but the second Fantastic Four film that featured Norman Rad was my introduction of Silver Surfer. And ever since then, I was reading comic after comic, and I just was very infatuated with the character. So. I'm not against it now. I think it's something new. It's I think it's already confirmed. I think they already confirmed the actress for it, so she's definitely gonna play. I forgot who it is, but she was in that recent Wolfman film that came out a month ago. I think
She's really
playing.
good in the Netflix show. I'm drawing a blank on it. Shoot, it'll come to me.
Ozark.
But yeah, there you go.
Oh,
great in
Ozark. Yes, of course. So. Yeah, I'm open to it. I mean, I think honestly, to be honest, this is my most anticipated film compared to Superman. I personally love. Look, the Superman film that James Gunn's doing. I think there's a lot of heft to that. Obviously, I think we all know that. And for me, just by looking at the recent clip of him flying, I was like, ooh, that's. Not good, but I can't judge 1 second of a clip for the entire film. But to me, I think Fantastic Four at the moment is my most anticipated film because we've seen a lot of variations of Superman, but to me, I think Fantastic Four needs a break because it's been getting a lot of slack with the 2015 film that came out. Now it's going to be 10 years, I think, 10 years. So I'm hoping for a hit for this film for sure.
I'm with you there, KG. Like I was saying with Cap, I'm hoping Marvel is just on the comeback trail. They've been hit and miss, obviously, but they had some good ones. Obviously, Guardians 3 was pretty damn good. So if we can get a streak of a few movies that are 8 and above, then we'll be like, okay, they're back. And I think that no movie franchise is kind of, you would think by now someone would have swooped in and be like, okay, here's our connected franchise. We're going to put out films like Marvel was doing. No one's topped that. So I feel like people are hungry again to be like, all right, give us that connected storytelling because no one else is doing that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're getting that with. I was so excited when the Russo brothers were going to come back because honestly, I wanted that feeling again with Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, the way the Infinity War ended was just such a new thing for us. Like, the heroes lost for the first time. And we were so anticipated for the second film because we were just wondering what's going to happen. Will they lose again? Will they win again? Will there be a third Avengers movie to complete it? So I am really excited for Doomsday and Secret Wars. I think it's going to be a crazy 3-4 years for collecting. I'll just say that. I mean, just get ready, be selective, So it's going to be very exciting for sure.
So, Marco, I do want to apologize to you, man, because I remember back when we heard about this Doomsday stuff, I've been reading more and more and more, and You are correct. I mean, I am wrong. I've heard rumors that it was not going to be a variant of Tony Stark, but from what I'm reading so far, the Robert Downey version of him is more likely going to be a variant of Doctor Doom. It's not going to be Victor Von Doom. It's not going to be the original Doctor Doom.
Yep.
So I'm hearing that what I'm reading so far is he's going to be a variant, and then eventually the real Doctor Doom, which is going to be played by Mads Mikkelsen, whatever his name is.
Oh,
I'm
really?
hoping him because he'll play a perfect Doctor Doom.
He would.
He has the look, he has the accent, and he has the demeanor already. So I'm hearing, from what I'm hearing, is the Robert Downey is gonna be a variant, and then eventually he's gonna come back as Iron Man, whatnot. But then it's gonna lead to the actual real Doctor Doom. So I apologize for that. It's like that's what I'm reading so far, but I'm hoping that's true, man. Because what I'm hearing is this Doctor Doom we're gonna get first. It's gonna be the Tony Stark variant. It's gonna be showing his face and stuff. And that's not Doctor Doom for me, man. Like Doctor Doom to me is scarred up, never shows his face. He's that's what pushes him. The fact that he's deformed now because that whole accident in space and stuff like that. I'm just hoping, man. I'm just hoping they do this good, man.
How would that work though? Because Mads Mikkelsen wasn't Doctor Strange. He played a villain in Doctor Strange.
He was a minor villain. He's like a minor villain. So I mean, but how many people gonna remember that shit? And then not only that,
multiverse.
If he wears the mask too, like if he has the mask on too, you're never gonna see his face really.
That's true.
So you're never gonna see the same actor. So
I was with you, P-Rock. I was like, why is Downey coming back? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I was reading a little bit, but as far as a coherent story, I think it makes sense because you are bringing a character that died, right? One of the most iconic characters in the MCU was Iron Man. He died. I think, it was one of the tragic deaths. Bringing back Downey as a villain not only will impact a lot of the Avengers members in the cast, but also one particular member, which is Tom Holland Spider-Man. And in Secret Wars, I believe it was the first time we saw the black suit Spider-Man. I think that could play such a huge role with the Downey. Tom sees Downey after 5 years since Endgame and sees him like, oh look, it's you, Tony, but it's not Tony, it's actually Doom, and that epic. But I think honestly just fits the Downey being Doom over time for me has fit so much better after learning so much about the leaks and what potentially could be the story of Secret Wars. And I just don't see. Look, I agree. Mads Mikkelsen could play a great Doctor Doom, but as far as a story, I just don't see Mads Mikkelsen fitting into Doomsday and also Secret Wars as well. I don't know.
I think
maybe I'm the only one, but
just like we were talking about with Silver Surfer, though, right? Where it's like it'd be cool if they give us a little variant of it, and then we get the proper one that everyone wants from the comics down the line with future Fantastic Four films once they fold the universe into make like one solid new sacred timeline or whatever the hell they're gonna do. So I'm with you though. Like having the Russos back gets me so hyped.
100%.
Like Calvin was saying, we were at Hall H at Comic-Con and Russos plus Tony or plus Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark. He is Tony Stark, right?
He basically is.
Legitimately will always be that. And so like that's just like it's a desperation play, just like bringing in what's his name to be in a Star Wars film, but it doesn't mean it's not going to pay off because it's like they realize this shit is very important and we need a hit and we can't mess around with these.
But I think the Russos. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, shut up, Ghost. Sorry, guys.
Right when you're about to talk,
and then he wants to talk. Then the girls upstairs want to get good.
He wants to share his opinion.
He's an attention whore. So, but we were at Disneyland, and as we're walking into the cantina, I always get their names. Was it Anthony or was it Joe? I think it was Anthony that walked right past me, and I was like, I know exactly what that is. And Marco was like, I gotta go get a picture. And I'm still mad to this day that I didn't go with him because that was an iconic moment to catch him in the park.
Bro, that was awesome. Because I had told the story before, but I had met them. Gigi and I went to New York to do, it was a Civil War like fan screening. We had won some raffle. And so they were there like doing a Q&A afterwards. And it was only like a day or two before the movie dropped, but it was like a really cool experience. And so I got a picture with him. And it was like one of the worst pictures I've ever taken of myself. Like I looked just so like terrible. And so I told him, I was like, hey, like, I don't want to bug you. You're with your family. I just wanted to say hi. Huge fan. Can I just take a quick selfie because I met you before. The picture was horrendous, and he was cracking up. He's, oh yeah, man, get in here. Like, he couldn't have been cooler. He was, hey, he wanted to talk to me for a bit longer. I was like, hey, I'm trying to get out of your hair. I just wanted to say what's up. But yeah, but like, they're good guys, and they care about this shit a lot, and like, you know, like, look at it like they're playing action figures on a screen, which is how I think the rest of us would do it, right?
100%. I think even Anthony and Joe Russo did come up, and they said their first ever comic that they read was Secret Wars. So it's funny that they're directors and they get to make a film that they have loved reading the comics at a young age, and I think that's I think honestly, I fully trust them. I think if they can do one of the biggest films of all time, having so many cast members, so many characters in one film, I don't see them having a huge problem with Doomsday and Secret Wars at all.
And Mojo's asking, like, how do you top Infinity War and Endgame?
Yeah,
I mean, you do what they did there, but then you also bring in the other multiversal characters that we talked about, right? You bring back Jessica Alba, you bring back Blade again, right? Like, come on, like, everyone there in a film is going to be wild. That's the only way that you top it, right? You just try to one up it.
I will say, I mean, as hard as it was, I remember my first experience grabbing tickets for Endgame. It was so hard. I mean, there was a huge line, huge queue on Fandango. It's going to be 2 or 3 times harder with Secret Wars and Doomsday for sure.
I hope so,
I can tell. Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Let's pray that we get back to that level of hype. You know what? If that's what it takes.
100%.
Anybody here?
Go ahead, Calvin.
Anybody? Well, speaking of Infinity War, anybody here familiar with Christian Harloff on YouTube? He's up with the likes of like a John Campia and the movie reviewers. Mm-hmm. A friend of his from first grade. She had no clue about any of the MCU movies. So he had her from Iron Man 1 go through all the movies over the last 2 months. And they've been great watch-alongs because you can watch with them when you see her emotional roller coaster as she's going through the movies. But you get to revisit the movies in an hour as opposed to having to sit and watch the full film, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
This morning, she did Infinity War, and it wrecked her.
Oh, man, I saw that.
It ripped her to shreds. So I cannot wait to see her do Endgame. So, but you guys should check that video out. That watch-along was phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
That shit had me all in my feelings this morning. Especially with her, like, she thought Tony died when he got stabbed, right, while fighting Thanos. Yeah. And Christian's such an asshole. He was like, yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if he died? Because, of course, she doesn't know.
She does not know.
Man. I didn't get emotional until Peter Parker. Like, that.
Oh, yeah, that wrecked her, too.
It's like when... I'm like, okay. Everything else was like, I was shocked, and then that part's like sent me over.
The cool part is we didn't realize that was his spider sense setting him off. Yep. So that's why he felt it before everybody else. Yep. That shit was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, great times. Those are great times. When I miss the times where everyone in the theater and they had the same reaction, like yelling and surprise cameos. I mean, those were a good time. Nowadays, you don't get that, unfortunately. I mean, last time we had one was No Way Home, and that was what, 3-4 years ago. So
well, they're Deadpool. I'd say Deadpool. We had a bit of that.
Oh yeah, Deadpool. Forgot. Deadpool was pretty good too, but I don't think on the same caliber as No Way Home. No Way Home was
it was nowhere near in game or No Way Home because we had build-ups to that for decades. But
100%.
You're right. Start saving up now. It's going to be expensive.
Oh, man.
For Marvel collectors, it's going to be wild.
So while we're on Marvel, why don't we talk? What happened to what do you guys think about Daredevil? Because I think that's going to come hard.
Pause. Yeah.
Hey.
Daredevil is never go all the way in.
No, just a tip. I never learned that lesson. Still. My brother's been giving me shit about that for years. Bro, I told you not to put it all the way in. God damn it, that's why she acted crazy.
3 dates in, then you go all the way in.
Nah, I was told don't give it to her more than 3 times because then that's when they want to start, marrying you and shit.
I don't know. I don't know if do you guys own the Punisher and Daredevil from the show or no?
No.
The original, yes, I do own that set.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you guys? Okay, so Calvin, if they're probably going to make another one. Would you sell those ones to get the new ones, or would you have another place for them? You think, oh,
As
maybe
of now, I'm fine. They'd have to come with something that's out of this world to blow me away.
I mean,
Some new shit.
I mean, you are going to get purrs with it. I'm pretty sure with these new figures. I mean, new head sculpts, obviously, probably better. You know, the one thing I will complain about that Punisher figure, it didn't come with a lot of guns. In my opinion, I think it should have came with a lot of guns. I don't like the single joints. I hope they can try to find it. I think it's fully body armored. I think in this one.
You know what they need, KG? You know the other third-party companies or other companies like do the gun wall that you can buy separately. They need to give you like the deluxe with a gun wall and just give you like all the guns.
I think it's in this trailer too, where we see the Punisher, where you can see the guns behind him. I think too. If I'm not mistaken, in the trailer. So that could be good. Marco, I mean that would definitely entice a lot of people to pick up this version of the Punisher. So 100%.
They would have to do Joker. I mean, I'm sorry, Joker. They would have to do Kingpin at least. They would have to.
You would think, with the white suit would be pretty awesome. Mayor Kingpin.
Would you guys think that would sell though, the Kingpin?
For Daredevil fans, yes, I would say for Daredevil fans, but overall in general, I'm not sure. It depends on the price and size of the figure.
Right, because I'm talking about the general. Because I think Hot Toys thinks of the general, consumers, right? Would they go out there with their own money and buy a Kingpin? Because ultimately it's a guy with a suit, a big guy, bald guy with a suit. I mean, Sosa Toys did such a great job with. I think they did two versions, if I'm not wrong. The Hawkeye version and then the season 3 version of Kingpin. So I don't know. I would get it, but I'm not sure a lot of people would be, up for it and go and pick it up for sure. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Depends how good the show is, I guess. Yeah. Right? He's iconic from previous versions, but if he kills it in this, then maybe they do it. Maybe they do it.
It's got to do that third party. That third party when it came out is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I thought about that one and never pulled the trigger. But yeah, I've got the Daredevil from the Netflix series, but I don't have a Punisher. And I've got this armored Punisher or War Machine Punisher with like a Jeremy Benthal, as Ben Thomas would call him, head sculpt. Jeremy. It's one of my favorite, but
it's a great piece.
Yeah,
Punisher right there, down there.
Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, I would love a Punisher from this series, though. If they give him a proper
Trust
badass.
me, bro. You're gonna get it. It's gonna come. I think you should wait. Then I'll go buy the season 3 version. It's gonna be
I'm waiting. Jeremy Benthal, man.
Jeremy Benthal, that's pretty good.
The March 4th on that one. That was a good call, Calvin. So let's pray Marvel is back, man. And you're right. There's gonna be a lot of figures to collect if these movies and shows go the way that we hope they do. So.
What do you guys think of Thunderbolts? Do you guys think that's going to be a good film, or?
I'm excited for that one.
I too.
I'm kind of iffy.
I'm excited for it, but I don't know if it's going to do good.
Yeah, I'm a little. Yeah, I don't know about that film. Yeah.
Florence Pugh can't do no wrong in my eyes. So.
She can, but the fact that there's other people. No, I'm not sleeping now. It's PRock sleeping. No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing earlier. Nah, I think the Thunderbolts would be entertaining, but I don't think it's gonna do good box office wise, because like the hype for it is not. Maybe they hype it up more, man. It's like the hype for it is not big, man. I don't think it's big.
Wasn't it a show originally, and then they turned into a movie?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the case, right? Yeah.
If Marvel, so obviously they're pulling out heavy hitters this year, right? With Cap, with Daredevil, with Fantastic Four. But if they can get on a roll like we're talking about, then it'll become like, just like Guardians. Like, okay, well, I don't really know about these guys, like for the modern or the regular audience, but I'll go check it out because I liked everything else. Like, if they can get back to that rhythm, then it could be successful. I'm hyped for it, though. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I hope so.
Praying, man. Well, I think we're at a little over 2.5 hours, so probably wrap it here, but really appreciate everyone being in here in the chat, everyone on the panel. Anything that you guys want to plug that's upcoming? PRock, you got a birthday tomorrow and figures
I got
and
birthday.
fights and figures?
I should be doing fights and figures tomorrow, but in the East Coast we're expecting a snowstorm, so I'm not 100% sure because I have people coming over, so I'm not sure. I would play it by ear tomorrow, but yeah, if the coast is clear, we'll be doing the UFC 312 on my channel tomorrow. Doing fights and figures and just hanging out and doing that stuff. But if not, I'll post something because I said it depends on the weather, depends on the power outages, stuff like that. Because in the East Coast, we're supposed to get a big snowstorm starting like tomorrow towards the end of the night. So we'll see going forward from there. But other than that, man, the usual, man, reviews. Hopefully Mario will be back next week. He could host LWO. If not, I'll be willing down to host LWO. But next week we'll see. We'll see going forward.
I'm on camera.
But
Okay.
I'm on camera.
I'm on camera.
Go ahead.
Calvin's on camera.
Wife's coming in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Close the camera off. Yeah.
We'll wrap it right now, anyways.
But yeah,
But,
so
alright,
hopefully next week LWO, if not Mario's channel, my channel, and then we'll see how the weather is tomorrow. Fights and figures. If you're a UFC fan, want to see UFC 312, come to my channel tomorrow, and we'll watch it together, man.
Okay, man. Well, I definitely will be tuning in for the first part of it for sure, just to say what's up and show you some birthday love.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Let's see. Windman saying apparently in New York, when you get more than 3 inches of snow, they call it a grind.
A grind store. Motherfucker.
Oh man. And how about you, KG? Anything upcoming on the channel?
Well, first off, Mark, I really appreciate for the invite. Again, it's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. Kind of, when you have a lot of things going in your life, having this is sort of a breather. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, as far as the channel, man, I just recently uploaded my John Wick video. For anyone who wants to go check that out. I just got a tripod, so I want to use it now. So I just got the tripod. I want to record more videos. I don't know what the next video is. It might be the Deadpool figure I just got, so we'll see. But yeah, man, I'm just sort of trying new things out. I might do some stuff on TikTok, on YouTube. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much. I don't have a plan yet, but it's sort of a rough draft of what it could possibly be. But yeah, I mean, I'm just watching streams as always, watching you guys, watching Marco, P-Rock, and seeing Calvin on streams. It's great. But yeah, thank you for having me. So,
No, bro, you're always welcome.
So, Kate, do you want me to ask you? Are you still in school and stuff, going through stuff in school and stuff and everything? Now?
Currently going to school.
That comes first, man. That comes first, man.
Yeah, so yeah, me and Riley are kind of playing. We're not on YouTube that much. So, but yeah, we try to make time. I mean, me and Riley, we really love being a part of this, YouTube community. But it's hard to make content, but also have other things going in life like school and stuff. But we try it, So
all about that balance, bro. Well,
100%.
you just popping up
You're
on
always
streams
welcome,
every
man.
now and then is, you always got an open invite for sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. And with that, thank you for everyone in the chat for joining us tonight, and we will catch you on episode 115 of LWO. Everyone have a great weekend.
See you guys.
Go Eagles.
Eagles. Let's